You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
First, the poor who represents Israel. They confuse us with so much lie. Not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the poor. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us stay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites delivered. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites didn't they? Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, we just can't go this way. Please, hurry.
On the planet that the Creator identified himself with. The first one is the eagle. The eagle. And the second animal is the lion. And when I identified those two animals as his favorite to identify himself with, I recognized I better study these two animals, because if he is the leader of the universe and I want to be a leader on earth, I better find out the nature of these animals and also the attitude of these animals. And I discovered that both of them are the kings of their domain. The eagle is the king of the bird kingdom, and the lion is the king of the animal kingdom. But let's talk a little bit about the lion. The lion has what I call the spirit of leadership. And this word spirit here is referring to attitude. Everybody say attitude. A leader has a attitude that makes him or her different from followers. Now, the lion is the king of the jungle, but the lion to me is a great source of encouragement to all of us. I want you to write this down. Remember this as long as you live. Number one, the lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. Number two, the lion is not the largest animal in the jungle. Number three, the lion is not the heaviest animal in the jungle. Number four, the lion is not the smartest animal or the most intelligent animal in the jungle. And yet, when he shows up, they all run away. Well, here's one of my favorite quotes that I put in my books, and I believe it really brings home the point. An army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. And the answers to that dilemma is this: because leadership can transform cowards into violent warriors. The right kind of leadership can transform a timid into bold people who are fearless. Leadership is that powerful. Leadership can walk into a camp of depressed people, and in 20 minutes they have turned on into unbelievable, powerful armies. Because leadership determines everything. The lion is the king of the jungle because of one word: attitude. Everybody say attitude. Write it down. Attitude. The lion has a different attitude that makes every animal afraid of him. Now, we don't want to lead by fear, but it does take respect for you to become a leader. When I use the word fear in the jungle, we're talking about respect. The elephant respects the lion. The hyenas respect the lion. The giraffes, they respect the lion. What makes these massive animals respect such a small cat? The attitude is the difference. For example, a lion will see an elephant, and the thing that comes to his mind, one word: lunch. I could eat this thing. And he acts the way he thinks. Now here's another amazing mystery. The elephant is larger, bigger, stronger, more powerful, heavier, and more intelligent. And yet when the elephant sees the lion, one word comes to mind: eater. Attitude is a product of belief. You cannot have an attitude beyond your belief. So your attitude comes from your belief system. The lion is the king because of what he believes about himself.
I think there are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident. They will get out of control. The top 1%, the worst population, over 80%. It's incredible. People put up with it. They're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
Yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, when you come into the village, we originate. We don't imitate. Let me say a pleasant welcome to no other than 1/3 of the DAG Triplets, no other than Diana, Waveney, Benskin, Greta, Stormy, The Storm, The Trin Bates, Gonian, McDonald, Ben Skinboy.
I'll remain incognito because I am on my apparatus for my herniated disc. But good afternoon, listeners. How everybody? Why you ought to be giving everybody my name so?
But
Gee,
I told you,
leave Stormy out it now. Jeez,
which,
poor
which,
Stormy.
which one is your Bajan name?
Leave Stormy out of it now. Poor dog. Yeah, and oh Lord, he ain't blamed for everything.
Which one is culturally your Bajan name?
Which one is considered my Bajan name?
Yeah.
All of them.
No. Diana is not
Except
Bajan.
hello, that is my given name. That is
Diana,
my birth.
what about Greta?
That is a nickname. That I tell you the story behind that. Papa, take the red wax out chairs now. You getting Alzheimer.
What
I
about
tell you
Waveney?
that is
What
my
about Waveney?
that's my given name.
Okay. McDonald. What about McDonald?
No, I married a man. I married a Jamaican fella. I get that name from you.
All right. I ain't asking no more question. No more question. Tommy,
Yes, sir.
Marsh E, Commissioner of Newark Nesbitt. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing good, but I feel a little sick after listening to the Facebook post from Lillian Johnson. I don't know. I said I had to take a strong drink to survive that.
All
Hey,
right. You
hey, hey,
survived?
hey, hey, the Phantom starting up in your tent, but he want all Bajans to stay out of Trinidad and Tobago business. Never, never. All right, I will take you on in that. Go ahead. You saw he the start, and when he can't handle, he can't hold the corner, you want to take up your marbles and run. Don't start up the storm, you know. Don't start up the storm. All right, good.
Take up his Georgie bundle and pack
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, do your superlatives and let me lynch him now. Cause I will shave off all here and carry him somewhere.
All were here. All were here.
Well, yeah, no, yeah. Well, let me and Stormy go and bite him some. I will bring Stormy to bite you. You know you're just walking to our aunt's nest with me. And you can't back up yourself and then you want to take up your marbles and run home, Gary. Hit and run.
What
Hit
are you
and
gonna
run.
shave off?
What?
What are you gonna shave off? What are you gonna shave off?
Huh? You
What
know
you
you
gonna
like to
shave off?
start mess and then you want to hit and run? Come in the village then. Why in the chat? Come in the
Like you do.
village. You want Bajans to stay out of their business? Do your
All right.
superlatives and let me handle
Right.
you.
So I go get to the chat, right? But sometimes we just have people online who are absolutely don't see and they just call them all kind of names and say, boy, you see me. But let me just quickly, we go get back to the chat, but there's 3 other individuals here. I don't know if we can see them in the chat, but Gloria Norine, welcome. Alicia Riley, that name sounds very, very familiar. Alicia Riley, boy, that name sounds very familiar. And Dumorius Horsley. Everybody know there's a fellow called Tabakit. So Gloria Norine, Alicia Riley, and Dumorius Horsley. Welcome to Indie Village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. That's just from on the screen itself. So let me go over now to the chat itself. And of course, you all know it's nothing different every day, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. All right, somebody have a radio on in the background. Every day, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday is no different. Of course, first in the chat today was again Nadia. Nadia was first, right? Nadia was second. Nadia was third. But Nadia started a little different today, right? You know, she wanted to be a little inconsistent. She started with one emoji. She said good afternoon, everyone. Then she started with one. She said hi. The third time she was in, she said hi, and she put 2 emojis. Then the emojis started to really get things. She said, and some good evening, love, LUV. It have, boy, a red and pink emoji with a heart and a pink emoji, a heart and a pink emoji, a blue one, a black one, a yellow one. Oh God, and 106 tonight, boy. Oh God, Nadia, you're hitting it out the park, girl. Nadia, you're going clear. Then she gone. The fourth one is Diana Benskin. Good day, darling. Diana, you get a black emoji and 2 other glass or something.
She called me darling. Nobody ain't called me darling in a long time, boy.
Yeah, I tell you, that was sung by what's that fella name again? The fella who sing the song Nature Plan.
I don't know.
Oh God, you poured the song the other day, man. You sing
I have
darling.
no idea. I have no idea.
If he was a
Anyway,
Asian, you would know.
maybe.
His name his name will come to me. Right? So you get 3. And then the fourth one was Tommy My Love. Good day. Tommy boy, thing improving, boy. You get more than that. You get more than last Saturday. You get a black one, a blue one, a yellow one, and then a black one.
As long as I get it happy. As long as I get it happy.
What? It's about calypso saying, as long as I get it happy.
Ding dong. Ding dong.
Yeah. Tommy, all right. Go ahead, partner. Tommy, you get 4 though.
She said, Diana, yes,
I think
darling.
just revisiting Nature Spanish Johnny King, I think.
There you go. There you go. Thank you very much, Tommy. Johnny King. Johnny King, he sing darling. Yeah. We go get that one too. We had to get that one up. So Nadia, 4th was Nadia. She get Tommy My Love. 5th was Nadia. Gary Mahabir. Good day, my dear. He get 4 too. So Tommy, you and Gary, all you equal. Right? The only difference is that I think like Gary get one with a punch. I don't know if Nadia trying to punch Gary or something. I know what that message is, no? But it's one of the emoji is a punch.
Yeah, he need punching.
What does a punch mean then? They got a punch emoji.
Yeah, coffee in your face now. You need coughing. I'm waiting for him to come.
That's the coffee emoji. That's the coffee emoji. All right, then Nadia again. Hey, look, Stormy get emoji too. Yes, 3, you know.
Stormy get emoji? Oh.
3 emoji, boy. I know them. 3, just 3. So Nadia kept going 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Nadia say, hi, Vonnie, Ellis, Troy, Raj, Rennie, Chris. Good night. Hope all is well. I don't know. All them is males, right?
Yeah.
Adriana?
Yeah. Stormy's in overnight camp for the next week.
But you know, she don't send no clapping hands and thing for any females in the group.
Nadia is a village sweetheart, you know.
Oh God. Oh God. Tommy boy, you see a nice lady there, boy. Hey, but wait now.
Yeah. Nadia
say plenty rain today. I'm in bed. Oh God, and she put a bed emoji to us. Lord of his mercy. What?
Yeah.
All right. And then Nadia went and switched to her. Is her son or her daughter's phone? Keisha Rambaran. I think that is Nadia's daughter. 8, 9, 10. Then Takesha was inside. Takesha, you're inside what tax? Oh, look, Takesha give Nadia, Rose, Lana, Carice good night. She gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hearts, you know. God. Heart. So, all kind of things showing in the village tonight. And then Takesha said Fish, Ronnie, Raj, Albert, Ellis, Ulrich. Bless. Yeah, I think Ulrich will be joining us late tonight because he went to the market to buy some plants. Because I see he make a video cussing the police now.
Yeah. Somebody else, Wall Street, you better take your bail, you know.
You know, these days, we just cussing people, you know. The man cuss a female police, you know. I feel sorry for the people, but we can't put it because he cuss shit.
But he said the woman talked to him like if he was a little boy and he older than she.
Yeah, but she's a police. Yeah. Already cuss. If you know, Dana, what's the name of that fete they had here this weekend, go?
Stink and dirty.
Stink and dirty.
I just cause the police stink and dirty.
That thing for lock up. That thing for lock up.
Ulrich. Yeah, I feel Ulrich. When that party was Saturday or Sunday?
I have no idea.
It looks like Sunday. Looks like Sunday night.
Sunday night? Yeah, well, I think you went to the market Monday morning. I feel. Yeah. I think he leaves stink and dirty, and he went straight to the market. When he see the police, he was still stink and dirty, and he caused the police stink and dirty. And then, male police come, and he caused that police stink. Ulrich, oh God, boy. Ulrich, ain't easy, you know, boy. Oh God, Ulrich.
Plenty jail, you know.
Huh?
He floated with plenty jail.
Boy, I'm telling you, boy. You think it's easy?
Somebody say how.
We are on air.
I dial your number, Lord, and it's somebody else I wanted to call. What kind of devil thing is that, boy?
But we on air.
Boy. Oh boy.
Oh my God, sorry, my
Oh
bad.
boy. Oh boy.
You lied. You lied.
You lie on air, boy.
Devil thing.
Yeah, about nobody satanic, boy. Where is that one? So Keisha says Fish, Vonnie, Raj, Albert, Ellis, Ulrich, Bless. All right. Or Keisha forget Troy, so she come back and include Troy. Now, here comes Vonnie again. I think Vonnie in Canada with his family, right? The first person he talks to is, good evening, Nadia. How are you? Blessings. He sent a pink rose, then another pink rose, then a red star, then a red and green rose. 4 roses for Nadia alone. I ain't see Keisha again. Oh, no. Sorry. Next one, he said, Keisha, good afternoon. How was your day, my dear? Hope as well. Keisha get 4 roses too as well. All right, Vonnie, you're nice. It's okay. And Vonnie Roberts said to the host, Ansem, Diana, Tommy, Gary, good evening, blessings. And none of we get no emoji. We emoji less. No emoji for we. Lana, welcome.
I waited to take on this Mahabir fella here. I'm waiting when you're ready.
Yeah. We go get him real quick. Lana is that? Nala is not emoji type person, right? Lana, right? Right?
Huh?
Is
yes, she do when she dancing, yeah.
Oh, when she dancing?
Chris. Hey, Chris, what's up? Hello, Albert. Good evening, Albert.
Yeah. You know, Albert. I tell you, you come in, you say good evening, Diana, and you give Diana a rose. Then me, Tommy, Gary, and I, we are like, well, we not folks too. Good evening, answer. Uppercase answer, lowercase Gary and lowercase Tommy. Albert, what is that story?
Hey.
Yeah? Diana, could you help me with that good evening answer in uppercase? Gary and Tommy in lowercase. What's that story?
I'm a Bajan.
Albert, fix that. Fix that.
I'm a Bajan.
All right, Albert. Yeah, we go come back to your comment. Let me just start them so I could come back to them. I just want to get everybody else. Memorious Ozzy, Mr. Tabakid, blessings. My good friend Hamadullah Wahid, also good evening. Ellis Lobord. Who is Ellis Lobord? Which Ellis is that?
Ellis.
Oh, that is the fellow named Ellis?
Yeah, that's the fellow named Ellis, yeah.
Oh, you almost have a last name like my own boy, Lobord. I wonder if we're
related,
boy.
Labord and Labord. No, y'all not related.
No, we're not related?
No.
All right. Carice, welcome. Good night to you too. Good night, Carice. Good night. Yeah. All right, I'll go read this one. Vonnie Roberts say PDP Duke might have to make his breath smaller. Flower gonna
Oh Lord.
Did you, Albert? Oh God, did you hear the PNM lady crying? Albert, what PNM lady was crying? You hear any PNM lady crying, Tommy or Diana?
What she was crying for?
I don't know. I don't know who Albert talking about. Albert, it raining up in Canada.
Must be the one that just called you. Ah,
The rain was so loud I couldn't hear no cries.
well, Vonnie, Joan didn't come yet. I feel Joan went and walked today, you know.
no, you can. I hear Port-of-Spain. I hear Mova Junction flood out. Back up in Port-of-Spain. Oh, Lord.
Albert Montano say, Vonnie, if Watson Duke make the bread smaller, you will get only 2/3 vote.
Oh, Lord.
But you know, when Watson Duke gonna give out bread in Superior?
I
just asking.
Maybe he just might.
When Vonnie Roberts,
I don't know.
And Nadia, when Duke went in Superior and gave out bread, I just asking only. I just asking. Tropics, welcome. I only ask.
But look, the way the flour going up, rice going up, everything going up. Anyway, he gonna give out bread, everybody gonna take. Because bread is a necessity, yeah. But if I was Watson Duke, I wouldn't get out bread, I'd get out flour.
Look, is this person new? Gary Mahabir.
See? Yeah, there, and he want all Bajans to stay out of Trinidad and Tobago business. Let me handle he. When Trinbagonians were stranded and they could not get into the borders of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Mia Amor Motley was inside Trinidad and Tobago business, taking care of Trinidad and Tobago citizen. You want me to make a phone call to she and tell she that you want she to stay out of Trinidad and Tobago business? All right.
Oh God, I stay out of that, not me. Takesha say everything going up except minimum wage. That's true, you know. Oh God, look. Nadia and Vonnie has something going up. Is emoji flying left, right, and center? Yes, I stay out of that. Not me and that.
But when last you went to the grocery here in New Jersey?
Who, me? I went to Trader Joe's the other day, you know.
And what do you think of the prices?
You know, Tommy, to be honest with you, boy, right? You know, because my mother-in-law told me 34 years ago before I get married, a lie has no memory. You know, I can't remember the prices from the last time to now.
I went to Traders last week, and I went to Shop and Stop yesterday. And the prices, I mean, I guess I'm aware of the prices. I find the prices a little bit warm.
Very warm. They're hot.
For example, right, I just get organic bananas, right?
Only I think organic word, you know.
Well, I mean, people say
that's all I buy also.
Yeah, people say we was talking about organic the other day, and Diana said she bought some orgasmic something. Some orgasmic.
I hope she don't get that to Stormy.
Yeah, orgasmic banana will do me well right now. Listen, what's the difference between organic and regular banana?
Sprayed and not sprayed.
She get orgasmic fruit. I was like, what? I said, okay, Diana Benskin.
I like to send my mind where it's supposed to go.
No, but you said it, you know. You said it. You really didn't say it. You said it.
And I'm telling you, an orgasmic banana would do me fine now.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Sikio what's the other one?
Michelle.
I want a macaw.
A macaw. Oh Lord.
All we talking about figs and bananas. I don't know. It's figs and bananas.
All they like to open the door, you know. When all they open the door, I just enter, you know.
No, you said it, and people just LSA attitude. Yeah, we.
I think she
Hello
met
to
Moko. I think she met Moko, you know. I come to think about
Boko.
it.
I feel so. I feel so.
Wait,
Let me
wait,
say
wait,
welcome.
wait. Look, Gary, with this thing, so all Caribbean nationals must stay out of we business, especially Bajan. Well, all right, when Rowley lock out all there again, I could let me a Motley know, hey, don't take in them Trini, leave them alone. Let them stay where it is. Let them stay
Oh,
where it is.
no, no, no.
Huh?
We need allies. We need people. We need people allies.
Yep,
Let me say well.
especially Bajans. Especially
Let me say well.
Bajans. I
Yeah.
have a Trinidad and Tobago bird paper. I am a Trini Beige. Who ain't
Trin
like
Bay,
it? That only problem, eh?
Trin
But
Bay.
Aye.
remember when we was talking about Father's Day, you
Yep.
said parents are not. You don't have any parent.
I don't have any pair. I have a Bajan,
So
man and woman that make me.
so your
The o-
parent not. You have no parent from Trinidad. So what
I have a
exactly?
Bajan mother and father that make me in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait,
All
wait,
right.
wait, 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 wait. A Bajan mother and father.
Yeah,
I
make
thought
me
they
in
said you had no
Trinidad.
parent. So they say you
A
had no parent.
Bajan mother and a Bajan man and woman make me in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
So you said mother and father before you change your mind now?
Well, yeah, Bajan man and woman. That's what I mean. You know me.
All
A
right, all right.
Bajan man and woman make me.
Okay,
So
no, no, no.
one donated an egg and one donated a sperm. Is that what you're
And
saying?
I was hatched in Trinidad.
So they put you in an incubator. They put you in an incubator.
I was hatched in Trinidad. They give me a Trinidad bird paper, and Barbados say I was a citizen there too. So I don't know
And
what Gary Power. Keep all your
there
Bajan
was
flying fish. You're right, we go keep me flying fish because they don't like coming Trinidad. They want to come Trinidad. Trinidad stink and dirty, the water, everything. They come in there.
oh good. Oh,
They're
this
not
no
Ooh,
coming there.
ooh. Did you go there? Did you go there?
Yeah, they
good.
go, we go keep me, baby. We go keep me flying fish. You're not coming there. All this stink and dirty going on. They don't want to be around that.
Oh good. What well, I stay out at that. You and the Phantom only go fight all yourself with that storm and Phantom. Ellis say, oh shit, you looking like a lion king tonight, boy. Yeah, boy, looking like a lion tonight, boy. King boy. Yes, boy. King Tulumbu Sumbumbo. Yes. King.
Look, you see tropics? All flying fishes from Trinidad. Why you think they're flying and going Barbados?
Oh boy.
They're running
Mind me.
from Rowley.
Diana.
They're
Ellis say
going on
all that.
Callaway.
Diana. Ellis say all that and your boat paper like a sheet of Guardian newspaper.
Oh.
You're sure, right? Because it belongs to Trinidad and Tobago. It is a Super Guardian newspaper. Because it ain't serving me no purpose.
Mm. Oh,
Ulrich want your shirt.
Rennie Mohammed, welcome. Ulrich want my shirt. Boy,
Mm.
what shirt you talking about? There's a dashiki, boy. Hungry.
Answer represented the African heritage.
What kind of shirt you talking about here, boy?
A
Where's that one?
dashiki.
Ellis? Oh, Nadia, Visha coming. Visha coming herself. Oh, Visha in herself, Visha. Oh,
Ellis
Visha.
says, no, we stink and dirty, no ID card for you. Come Trinidad, only lock up.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Rennie, Mom. Rennie say, Nadia, how you reach here so fast? A BMW drop you? Oh,
Oh. Hmm.
let me see.
Oh.
Nobody ain't locking up me, Ellis. Them police and them, they're not coming near me. Trust me when I tell you that. I have something
Listen,
on me, keeps them away from me. Don't come near me.
let me say
Bye.
welcome to my Chumakanian brother. My brother from Chumakak, boy, Curtis Montresor. Gary says he's waiting on the doctor to call him.
Yeah. If it was in Barbados now, you'd have done see the doctor a long time. But no.
Yeah, but I don't get this, right? Bonnie Roberts says, Anselm listening to oh God. He said, Anselm listening to Google P&M station. I heard a few callers requesting that you be banned from the program. Now, what you did, I wasn't even on Pastor Google program today. I didn't even listen to Pastor Google program today.
Oh, God.
How can an absenteer I get banned for not listening to our program? I didn't even listen to the program. I really didn't. I was out running my miles, doing my miles, and getting my exercise. And I don't know. Miss Kuva, welcome.
And Gary, I will interfere in Trinidad business anytime because I have a Trinidad birth paper. Hey, take that now. And I'm born before you.
Good.
I'm getting a lot of free press, I think you need to capitalize on it.
Boy, is level customers getting level customer. Right?
There's no such thing as bad press.
But Hans, let me in. I sit down and I study, right? I said, but wait now. Rowley close off the beach and they open up water park and charge them to go to the water park. I said to myself, what kind of madness is that? You close off the beach and have people paying to go to water park? And I remember that was a safe zone.
Yeah. Well, listen now. As Gary said, they jamming naked while they stink and dirty.
Oh, God. Daddy stink and dirty. I see a fella roll up in the mud. I see like they infected with some like they got a pig virus or something. They roll up and the women out there with these things on, and society is in a state of decadence right now.
All right. So all right. Let me see something there. Hold on there. I think let me get this one here. Hold on. Let me get this. Is this what you're talking about, Diana?
Right, so you ain't put that in.
Wait, I just want to know. Hold on.
You know, this is Mauricia, and right now you're listening to my number one DJ, so that's right.
Speak and dirty, not the way you smell, or the way you behave, that whining smell. Black like hell, they come from hell, when you don't to the jam pen. Yeah. When you see me coming on the road, you sing and dirty. You drink the rum with the reload, you stink and dirty. You ain't in hot, you have no sense, you stink and dirty. Man, whining in your whining and friends, you stink and stink and
That is it, Dana.
Yeah.
Next time you go to Trinidad, you're going stink and dirty, right, Dana?
Yeah.
Dana, don't admit it now, man. You're going to the film.
Me? No. Let me tell you something. If I want to stink on dirty, I will go and run somewhere around here, walk a mile and a half with Stormy. I good.
I stink and
I
dirty.
don't.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
kind of
I don't need. I don't. No. And then you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna come and try to normalize it with, oh, but we just do Juve morning mud mass.
But Dana, let's say Dana, we stink and dirty. No ID card for you.
No
Come
problem.
Trinidad. We need
Not
lock
a
up behavior.
problem. Not a
Then when
problem.
you walk a mile and a half, you have to tell a lane.
Yeah,
Not a
walk a
not
mile
a.
and Lele.
But let me tell you something. I know the road march greats, the calypso greats rolling in the grave. To hear what this thing evolved to. Now, what kind of song is that? You think
I
what
was
kind
kind
of
of
song is
wondering
that?
too.
Which
Huh?
song?
I
Stink
was
and dirty. What I mean?
Blacks featuring Mr. Killer.
Yeah, when people go party, they want to get on stink and dirty. You know that? What kind of Trinidadian you is that? You know real Trinidadian then, no? You never went to a party and get on stink and dirty, Dana Benskin?
Me?
You never
I
went to
whine.
a party and get on stink and dirty.
I dance. I don't know
No,
about no stink and dirty.
Dana Benskin is a straightforward
I
question.
don't
Have
know
you ever
nothing.
gone to a party
No,
and get on stink
no,
and
I don't
dirty?
know about no stink and dirty. No,
Then, then,
I
then,
always smell good.
then
I
you ain't
always
no real
look
Trinidad.
good. I
That's why
don't go
people
nowhere
say.
and get on stink and dirty.
That's why people
No.
say it's not a real Trinidadian.
Well, I don't care. I
There's
don't go
only
Okay,
on there.
Zayla
Juve.
No.
and Trinidad.
What about Juve
I don't.
morning?
Huh?
You ever
Juve
went Juve?
morning.
No, I can't remember going Juve. No,
There
Oh,
you
because
go.
okay.
I don't like
You
nobody
ain't a real
throwing nothing
Trinidadian.
on me.
You are not a real Trinidadian, Dana
I don't like
Benskin.
nobody throwing nothing on me. I just fight quick, so I don't go nowhere.
No, but
Oh,
Carnival, you never play mass?
Yeah,
Who you play with?
Borokeet, Hawks.
and you
Hawks?
never got a thing on that with
And you
Borky?
never done think on
Nope.
dirty.
I don't like nobody throwing nothing on me.
What
I will
section
get
you
back.
playing? What
I
section you
can't.
playing?
I was in the 90s. I think I was some African
Oh,
princess.
that's
I
in
don't know.
Brooklyn. That's in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
In
yeah.
Brooklyn? In
Yeah.
Oh,
Brooklyn?
Borky.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on,
Borky.
what kind of flimsy carnival is that?
Well, I never
You
play
Brooklyn.
mass in Trinidad. I left young. I never used
Brooklyn
to get to
Borky is
go
different than
nowhere.
Trinidad Borky.
Huh?
come on,
Brooklyn
man.
Borky is
You talk
different than
you
Trinidad Borky.
yeah, I
Yeah,
thought you play mass in boy,
no,
die.
I never, I was under heavy manners. Yeah, the woman wouldn't let me go nowhere. They used to take us to the Puna RC church and we had to, everybody jumping on the street, the main road, and you're looking over the fence, all the bands passing. I never
I
get to play no
counterfeit mass.
mass.
I counterfeit mass. If you play mass in Brooklyn and you tell people you play mass, you ain't play no mass.
Huh?
You ain't play. You know what to do? Take off the M and put a X, a S. Remove the M, right? And put a S.
Remove the what? What?
Take,
The what?
take
So
off the M.
Diana, what would the Barbados?
Yes, I played mass in Barbados.
Tell me, wait a minute, Dada.
Mm-hmm.
Take off the M from the mass,
Mm-hmm.
right? And put a S next to the other S.
I play mass in Toronto. I play mass in Barbados. I played mass where else? In one of them a small island.
Please, you die mass.
Yeah.
Lister Ramuta Luchan, welcome. Are you serious?
Yeah, I never play. Honestly, I never played mass in Trinidad. I play mass in Tobago.
Tobago.
It's still like
So
I
listener,
just,
we have to get to Diana. We have to get to. There's been a discussion this weekend here with respect to Labor Day, right? And the union leaders had a march on Labor Day, right? And we talked to MSJ Abdullah this past Saturday, and that was until I don't know, something went wrong with the phone, but the article that that quoted him in the Newsday was an excellent article, and he's saying that he don't think that Massa Day done in Trinidad and Tobago, right? But Ansel Roger now, let's listen to Ansel Roger. Ansel Roger now on the podium said They don't want 4%. They don't want 5%. They don't want 6%. They don't want 7%. They don't want up to 23%. But we will be reasonable. Something to that effect. Let's listen to what Ansel Roger had to say.
As Prime Minister and his administration. Say yes. Any against? Any abstention? They have it. Give yourself a round of applause.
Come Friday, a number of prominent figures will receive a copy of the trade union's motion of no confidence in the government, a testament from the working class that they have lost faith in the current administration.
The President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago going to get a copy of this motion. The President of the Senate is going to get a copy of this motion. The Speaker of the House of Representatives are going to get a copy of this motion. Whether we like it or not, the leader of the opposition is also going to get a copy of this motion. The chair of CARICOM is also going to get a copy of this motion.
Trade unions accuse the government of attacking the working class while securing the interests of 1% of the population. And with the CPO putting on the table what trade unions labeled a disrespectful offer, the labor movement is sending this message to government.
We demand a wage increase that will restore the value of our dollar so that we can put food on the table and live with dignity. And therefore, Charlie King Junction, 4% can't do that. 5% can't do that. 6% can't do that. 7% can't do that. 8% can't do that. 9% can't do that. 10% can't do that. 11% can't do that. 12% can't do that. 13% can't do that. 14% can't do that. 15% can't do that. 16% can't do that. 17% can't do that. 18% can't do that. 19% can't do that. 20% can't do that. 21% can't do that. 22% can't do that. 23% can't do that. But we will be reasonable. We want what is ours.
No. I mean, people are against the union, right? And fighting against the union. I mean, the union needs to get into the 21st century. They're kind of behind the times there because it appears to me that all the union do is fight for wages for their employees. They don't seem to fight for nothing else in the country, right? And I think they have to expand the horizons. They have to stop being like pigeons. You know, there's a difference between pigeon and eagles, right? You know, pigeons fly low and eagles fly high. You know, all you know that, right? Pigeons fly low and eagles fly. That can be like eagles. And they have to start flying high because too many times, man, their scope is too narrow and too limited. And all they seem to do is fighting for wages. You know, I think they have to expand somewhat, but you know, people are some people are against the unions, but you know, I think the unions are sorely needed. What do you think? All right, so Gary and Tommy, when we come back, I'd like to get you guys' take on, you know, what you think about the unions, you know, and you know, should they expand their horizons? So let's go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Let's go for a quick station identification. We'll be right back after.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. So Tommy and Diana,
Yes.
I will kind of get Diana. Let me go back to the, before we I get your take on the union's position. And what do you feel? What else you wanted to put on the table regarding the stink and dirty fit? I know you have a certain feeling about people who are attending these fests and paying exorbitant amount of money, and we are kind of in difficult times. And why would you spend such money to go to a stink and dirty fete when you could be using that money for other things?
For other things, precisely. You can. I don't know who it is patronizing these fetes, where they get the money from, and things are supposed to be hard. There are persons still reaching out to me for financial help, which I have to say no to, because I have my own stuff here too, and other reasons also. But 1500 TT to go to a fete, and are you salvaging the outfit that you wore? What did you get out of it? I don't know. I just believe, the society, you're living in a world where people are measuring their happiness by self-indulgence, and decadence is like watching Trinidad society being pushed into an abyss of perpetual decay. That's my feeling.
But tell me, what about you?
Well, talking about the Fed situation, Trinidad has gotten to a point where the focus and the values are totally off. Totally off. People seem to not be focused on the things that would uplift them. And sometimes I want to blame. We're talking about the union. Unions not going far enough in educating their members in the right way, because the unions serve a purpose, which is to fight for better living wages for their members.
YEL 95.9 FM, Maplewood, New Jersey.
Yeah, go ahead, Tommy. Sorry about that.
And they've done so and done well, except that, okay, so I'm going to get you good living wages, and what? I'm not going to put it in your head that you need to invest some, save some. You know what I mean? Have something down there for the rainy day, because it rain. As sure as the sunshine, rain is going to come.
No, I hear you. Go ahead, Anna.
And I don't hear any rhetoric about no one telling them about intergenerational wealth, right? I mean, you get what they want to come now and do is wave trinkets at them close to the local election and then closer to the general election, bamboozle them with trinkets, distribute land and housing grants and social grants, which they are entitled to no matter what, whether it's an election or not. But they're going to use those to bamboozle them and put them back in the same cycle again, and nothing ain't going to change.
Now I want to read two comments, right, from Vonnie Roberts, right? Vonnie says, and the union supported Vonnie said, and the union supported the PNM in the last election. Take it in your A and smile. Kamala give you 14%, right? Now, then Vonnie turns around and he says this, right? Vonnie, I want to ask you a question. Vonnie said, reduce all minister salaries, stop all the perks, no tax-free allowance for cars. That's a business. Vonnie,
Answer me,
you're calling for that now, right? How many years now have you called for that?
Go ahead. He came back. Yeah.
Hello?
You're there now. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. The internet buffers a little bit. Now, Vonnie says, reduce all minister salary, right? I ain't no problem with that. Stop all perks? Nah, I don't think you should stop all perks. No tax-free allowances for cars. I don't agree with that either. That's a business for them, right? Now, I will agree that in times of difficulties,
exactly,
right? In times of difficulties, a minister can say, well, you know what, boss? I'm not going to reduce my salary, but I'm going to take 6 months of my salary and donate it to a certain cause. All the ministers.
Yeah, it has to become policy in times of adversity and times of challenging times that they make concessions.
Correct. So the concessions is not that I'm going to reduce my salary, but I'm going to take 6 months' salary and donate it to a needy cause, right? Now, stop all the perks. I do agree with stopping all the perks because in business, you as a businessman, you get perks too, right? But in times of difficulties, like in times of a pandemic, right? There should be a moratorium on certain things, right? That's like no tax-free allowance on cars during that 6 months, a moratorium. Nobody, right, can buy cars. If you buy a car, you pay full freight, you ain't getting no tax exemption, right? That means to say that if you put that in place, you know what people go do? They go wait until it goes back in place in order to use those allowances. But if you say no tax-free allowances, I think as a minister, right, you should be allotted certain perks and certain allowances.
Yeah, but there are times when you have to make a sacrifice for the common good, and there's nothing wrong with doing that.
I agree with that. But saying that you're going to just reduce all minister salaries, right? When you reduce it, it goes back into the treasury, and what do they do with it? They're still going to do whatever they want with it. Stop all the perks, all. What do you say there, Anna?
My answer, look, decadence, right? According to Mark Lawrence, decadence begins when the budget to beautify a man's home exceeds the coin spent to ensure its defense. You understand what I just told you? Decadence begins when the budget to beautify. Look all the money they spend in building the red house and the pink house and the government house and all kind of house, right? Exceeds the coin spent to ensure its defense. Look at the people. Look how many murders going on. Look how many people get. They reach 200 yet.
Somebody in the chat will post that.
If they reach 300 and what?
200.
The money to ensure the defense of that house. Look how much all this money spent to beautify this and build up this and the hospitals ain't up to par. The crime situation out of control. The minister, national insecurity, say it is not his job to ensure that the country is safe. I mean, I confused, Anselm. What's going on down in Trinidad?
No, I don't even want to talk about the crime situation anymore.
What's going on?
After listening to Dillian Johnson's post today,
oh boy,
I say, you know what? You don't know who's doing what.
Nope.
You really don't know who's doing what, because when you think about it, people who's supposed to serve and protect, or what they call it, is it serve and protect? Yeah, something like that. Who are they serving and who are they protecting? What are they really doing?
So, no, go ahead, Tommy.
You know, it's sickening, man. It made me sick to my stomach to listen to that post today, and it's really sad when you think about the plight of Calvin Greenwich at this particular time. It's not only frightening; it's sickening.
Yep, and that is allowed to go on, and you know, what went on with the fellas in Paria? What is this? What going on? What going on? What did he report? What did he follow up on the Sabga report? What went on with Andrea Barrett? What going on? The defense of the coins that they spent to beautify everybody pocket lining, and the defense of the country wide open. People getting killed left, right, and center. What is really going on?
You know what's so sad? If they really wanted to do something, look at how many bodies they've been finding in that spot where they threw Barrett. I mean, it's so cheap to buy some stealth cameras and put around certain spots that are hot spots and crime spots. I mean, it's so sad.
But see, Diana, you raised the point. This is it. Where's the justice for these fathers?
Yep.
I mean, this is something, and you know what? This has taken a back burner, right? Paria is on the back burner, right? The blackout is on the back burner, right? These things that happened 3 weeks ago is in the back burner. The latest thing now is plagiarism and foster coming. That's the latest thing.
All distractions.
Yep.
So thank you. What else call it? The something of the day, whatever it is, the trend of the day, whatever it is, right? All of this, it is this. And you know something? I was listening to Martin George, and Martin George called for something that I have been calling for in Trinidad and Tobago for a long time now, a community coalition on race in Trinidad and Tobago. He called for something to that effect in Trinidad and Tobago. But which government have the testicular fortitude? Because I tell you, there's many people in government who have, they're like a Christmas tree in the forest. There are no balls at all. Right? They have none. Like where the ball's supposed to be, they have a flour sack. It's very soft. Very, very soft.
Hey, you have women in parliament, and we ain't supposed to have, all right, good. So go ahead.
Women with testicular fortitude. Yeah, women with it.
A woman with testicular fortitude, we feel bad. Some of them have real kahunas,
And don't forget it's Pride Month.
A woman real kahunas. But think about this, right? The 21-22 budget, the national security budget was $5.664 billion.
Oh,
right? In 2021, would that be? Double B's. In 2021, it was 5.227 billion. So they have an increase. They get an increase of almost $400 million. Think about this, $400 million. What the hell them fellas doing with that? What are they doing with it? But listen to this. Listen. Education, right, had 7.9 billion in 2021. They got a reduction to 6.8 billion. Right? Health went from 6.05 billion to 6.395 billion. The top three are education, health, national security. Right? Then there is works and transport, which is 3.5 billion. And then there is public utilities with 2.6 billion. Now, those are the top five, right? And think about this. If you ask me, let's say I'm the prime minister, you see national security, right? All you're making use of that money. They're not making use of that money because
how you know they're making use of it?
Because look at the crime situation in the country.
But let me play something with that. Let me play something. Hold on there, Tommy. Listen to this one. Right? In the country, we have our. Listen to this one. This is the forensic center. Listen to this one. Listen.
Tuesday morning at the Forensics Science Center coming out of the long Labor Day weekend, where the relatives connected to those involved in murders that took place gathered to identify the victims. At least 10 people were killed between Friday and Monday, taking this country's murder toll as of Tuesday to 249. Among the murders that took place recently were 2 men who were shot in a vehicle upon leaving the Stink and Dirty Juve Fete at the Brian Lara Stadium on Monday. 2 of the victims died at the scene, and the 3rd was rushed to the hospital, where he remains in critical condition. One of the men was identified as Enrique Gill, also known as SpongeBob. The fete took place between 3 a.m. and 11 a.m. at the stadium. The shooting incident caused a traffic jam along the highway that delayed hundreds of motorists.
Now, think about this. They have a Stink and Dirty Fete, right? Stink and Dirty. With a name like that, the whole police force will be outside. All of them. They're supposed to be on the Solomon Hocha Highway, the Lady Young Road. They're supposed to be all over the place. Spread yourself out, Stink and Dirty too. All of them. All about the place. Right? They shoot up a fella in a car, and all you
broad daylight.
All you have to stop sharing them videos, eh? Stop sharing them videos.
And this happened in broad daylight, right?
Broad daylight. And the shooters gone free, boy.
I tell you, we had to bring back Gary on the walk. Put back Gary Griffith on the walk.
After listening to Dillian Johnson's Facebook post, it makes me think and wonder and really, really wonder who is doing this and getting away with it.
Yep.
And when they get all these set of guns all about the place, it's not them little black boys up in Lavanty and think they'll sketch with them guns, you know. But all them guns when they arrest them, who does sketch with all them big guns? Who?
Business owner have guns.
With all these stack of guns and all the guns all about the place. Who does be bringing in all them guns? Eh?
Yep.
And then they want to blame the little black boy.
Yep.
Right? They ain't going after the big fish. Right? But they're going after the sardines. Is that's what it is? Sardine? Sardines, yeah. Oh, wabine. They're going after the wabines on them. And the big fish going free. They're burning guns after guns. Eh? And then when the little black boy, when they get them the gun, right? And they go and use the gun. Oh, look at them. There's a menace to society, man. There's cockroaches. Right? You need to drop. Remember what they used to say? You need to drop a bomb and you beat them and blow up all of them. Blow them up.
Yeah.
Well, remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that? Eh? Drop a bomb and you beat them, blow them up. 99% of people are good in the beat them. Right? And for the 1%, I get them 5%. 5% of them bad. Right? You like stacks for these statistics. Stacks come out with some statistics. Right? 90% this, 90% that. Listener, let me go solo here quick. Let me go solo. So far, I haven't seen anyone so far to prove any of these statistics that statistics, eh? Right? Statistics. Right? I haven't seen anyone yet to prove not even one of them statistics that Starks put out. Nobody yet. Every time they're on Facebook, they hear about Starks, right? I say, well, let's prove it now. Let me see the data. Where is the data? Right? You see, we in Trinidad and Tobago, right? We like it so. A man just throws yeah, you throw it up on the wall, it's spaghetti. You throw it up on the wall and see what will stick. Now, boy, I only spaghetti for long, you know. Let me try something else. Only give me the data now. Gary, get some data now. You use friends with Gary Griffith and all of them. Get some data now. Let me back up statistics, data. Let me back it up. But Tommy and Diana, how come nobody so far, none, zero, duck, can't come up with any data to prove anything that Stark said is correct? Nobody. How come?
Nope.
Why? Nobody. And that's the problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. That's the problem.
One of the major problems.
Yeah,
and another major.
Right? We could throw a whole race of people under the bus. And we would go, yeah, boy, you didn't see what happened the other day? You ain't see who was doing this. You ain't see who was doing that, right? Who bringing all the guns in Trinidad and Tobago? Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Stop.
Eh? Who bringing all the guns? So we supposed to paint our broad brush with them too. If one of them get caught and them bringing in guns, we supposed to say anybody look like them bringing in all the guns in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah? Come on now. When we go prove some statistics, when we go 1 minute, Tommy, when we go put statistics, right? I want anyone to prove what Starks put out. Any one of them is correct. Just one. Give me the lowest hanging fruit. Give me one. One. All about the CS. You're telling me no. Well, why you don't go and look for the data? I put out anything? Why I have to go and look to correct his data that he put out? But I must go look for it.
And that is dangerous, because let me tell you, if they come out and they say they make a broad brush statement that let me use myself for example. African American women between the ages of 45 and 60 are assaulting people. You're making me a target everywhere I go.
Correct.
Right? You can't make them kind of statement. You can't do it. And you have to be very careful with your statements.
But Diana, most of the people who comment on the post says Starks is absolutely correct.
You know what?
Go ahead, Tommy.
What's frightening about this whole scenario is that there are many other Starks out there who are miseducating the public and giving them the wrong perception about what really is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. That is really frightening.
Troubling, Tommy, you are absolutely correct. Because Starks is one of the top social media influencers in Trinidad and Tobago, you know.
And he's only one of them. There are many others.
Yeah, right. Starks is one of the top social media influencers, one of the top 10 social media influencers in Trinidad and Tobago, because a lot of people listen to Starks. So you see when Starks put out them kind of misleading statistics, right? It could have a very, very negative effect on the Trinidad and Tobago. This is not about trying to do about a set of people, you know. This is about the country. It has a negative effect on the country of Trinidad and Tobago. And I am calling on Starks. Starks, if you're listening, I want you to prove those statistics that you put out so people can say, yes, Stark talking truth to power with his statistics.
You know, Anselm, I'm trying to point to Dillian Johnson's Facebook post.
Yeah.
You familiar with what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm very familiar.
Because I think that is critical. That sheds light on so much and so many of the issues that are plaguing Trinidad, that people in high places are doing a whole bunch of nefarious things and getting away with it. They are taking lives, and it's going and it's brushed under the table, under the bed, whatever, under the carpet, and people, the population, they are just buying lock, stock, and barrel whatever they are being fed and told by law enforcement. When good and well we know, or they know, that they are fooling the public, and the public just
Good evening. Good evening. How everybody doing?
Destructive. Let me tell you something. Destructive and irresponsible
There's
freedom.
a feedback coming from Diana.
Because since you come in here,
we get it because of you.
Okay.
So you gotta.
How is it now?
No, it's still there.
All right, let me sign out and come back.
Yeah, okay. All right. Go ahead, Anna.
So destructive and irresponsible freedom has been granted boundless space in Trinidad and Tobago. And the society appears to have little defense against the way people are behaving, the abyss of human decadence, right? The misuse of liberty for moral violence against women. All right? We need something needs to be done. And if government is a reflection of the soul in a free society, government is a reflection of the soul of its people. And if people want change at the top, they will have to live and change and behave differently.
I know you asking for too much, you know. Sorry. You asking for too much? Yeah, Chris Watson said when the government of the country sees so many people at that fete and each paid $1,500. Well, I don't think everybody paid $1,500, you know. Some people pay as low as $350. So the $1,500 is a number they throw out there, and everybody just using that $1,500. But people did pay $1,500. You know, many people at the fete and each paid $1,500. They think the population have money. So take bamboo now. Yeah, take bamboo. Yeah. Yeah. So as you say that, you know, Diana and Tommy, it begs the question that the people who really need help, sometimes you have to ask yourself, do they really need help? Are they part of this stink and dirty crew who go into that party, even if it's $250? Right? I mean, yeah, if you can afford it. But in times like this, maybe you need to put that $350 elsewhere, you know. Maybe.
And
maybe.
I want to know who organized the fete, who are the recipients, who is getting that money. So looking at that, they had almost 20,000 people there, right? Times 350. Who coming out a jackpot winner? And I bet you it's an African. I bet you it's an Indian.
But if it's Brian Lara Fete, I think some people have the Brian Lara franchise, and it's just in the Brian Lara's name, and it mightn't be Brian Lara himself, but they pay him to use his name, and when they use his name, a lot of people go to that fete. Because that's a big fete in Trinidad, big fete.
So
let's say I have a girlfriend who went to that fete. 1 minute, Dana. I have a girlfriend that went to that fete wearing Dior, but went home after and sleep on the floor. She had on Dior. You know, but let me give all your story into there. You see, you can never judge a book by its cover, right? Because I mean, in Trinidad and Tobago, people live in different parts of the country, right? And there are some people who like to dress nice, but they may live in C-lots, but they want to dress nice too. Anything wrong with that?
No.
But somebody may say, well, hey, you're living in C-lots, you ain't supposed to be able to dress nice. Huh? If you're living in C-lots, you ain't supposed to be able to dress nice.
I don't think so, you know. Huh? I think if you have to choose between a decent bed to sleep with and a fancy outfit, I think you should prioritize, right? So if nobody say you can't dress nice, but the fact that is, if you lacking certain needs, you should prioritize.
Agreed.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
Tommy,
if you're children
and you want feedback
and eat on Friday evening on a restaurant, you should prioritize. And this is the problem that we're facing with people in the country.
But Gary, who are you to tell me what I should prioritize?
No, I'm not telling you what you should do.
I'm just saying.
Generally, if you want to get ahead in life, right? If you want to get ahead in life, and it makes sense for you to go and spend X amount of money on a fete, and the rest of the week you don't have food in your house, or your children suffering, or you don't have a decent bed to sleep on, well, you make your bed, so pal.
But Gary, in this country, it have drug dealers in this country that drive BMW, Mercedes Benz, and when they go into an apartment, they bed on the floor.
Oh, that's all that you selling?
I know that. I know that.
They don't want to make too much of a wholesome place. So them in particular want to be able to move quickly, and they can't have too much stuff if they're going to run.
Yeah.
So they have to live light.
right? They have a certain outward appearance. The outward appearance, you have to show that to your minions in the street. That if they see you with a BMW or Mercedes Benz, you're living nice. You right?
Well, not that you're marketing yourself to do business, and maybe eventually that same drug dealer down the line will end up with a big bungalow before when he's ready. But maybe stashing his cash somewhere. Like some of them did. They went in the music business. A lot of them big rappers and stuff like that. They were in the music industry too, right?
No,
and
right.
Some did well with their business, eventually, and some went down boot hill. But not because he's sleeping on the floor right now doesn't mean that he might not be putting away some cash for later on.
Well, let me tell all you something. See, I am a girl that likes to go into a place called Goodwill and Salvation Army. I find treasures in there, expensive crystals and all silver, and all right, you come to my home, there are lots of things in my home that look very expensive, were donated either from somebody's estate or them rich people that they don't like it in their house no more. And Diana just put a little glass cleaner on it and toothpaste and thing to clean up the silverware. And I just have my secondhand thing looking good and my money to sit on in my account. All right. So I don't know about no stink and dirty fat.
Most of us in Trinidad came from very poor origin, but it's how some of us manage our money. I mean, when I came out of high school, I started working with a team of guys, and they hired a contractor. Friday, the man get paid, and Monday morning, he asked him for $5 to buy something to eat. But what do you think he do over the weekend?
But that guy, maybe he give his two women the money.
Or maybe he gamble it away.
Oh yeah, maybe he gamble it away. Maybe he drink it away. You never know.
He get drunk and they take half of it or whatever it is. But I just telling you.
But you could have 3 women in mining, and he had to mine all 3 of them because with each of them he had 2 kids, and he had to give each one. He had to take care of each one of them, and he went.
Then he shouldn't be having a set of children and a set of women.
But
and that is part of the poverty cycle.
But he's taking care of his responsibilities.
So some people but what I'm saying, the reason why we have a lot of chaos in the country is a lot of people squander their money and their priority wasn't straight, and that's why the children and their family don't have.
Gary, if you don't have no money to squander, how are you going to squander it?
For people who made some money.
My mother didn't have no money to squander.
But that's you in at the same time, in the same era, it's a lot of people in the other parts of the country were making good money.
But Gary, many of these society, and where I grew up, many of them, right? We were basically working. Of course, there was 1 or 2 people in the community who was our custom officer, our police officer. They had a good salary. But most of the people in the communities, people was paying $12 a month rent or $15 a month rent, right? They had no money to squander. My parents didn't have no money to squander. Go ahead, Tommy.
In that same era, we had the oil business going, and them fellas were working 2 weeks in, 2 weeks out, and they were making tons of money. We had guys right down the road on the port making big money. We had guys working in Wassa making big money. And we had guys working in TNTech making big money.
What percentage of those people in the country was making big money?
Were higher paid people than the ordinary guy on the street who were doing a labor job. They were always highly paid.
But I wanted to say something. This talk morphed from the unions into and money into what we're talking about.
You must
I was trying to say.
Ask him about the guys over the years in Petrotrin. What did they accomplish?
Oh man, I'm trying to make a point. The point I'm trying to make is that the unions have had and they still have an excellent opportunity to assist the people in managing their money effectively, and they've dropped the ball. So what good are they just to beg for more money? To be squandered? Come on.
Well, I don't think I mean we should first of all, these are the guys who are skilled in doing the job, and we should not beat around the bush with it. What I'm saying to you is we should align them with with good financial advisors and assistants, and if they need support in the marketing area, because that's our country too, and we give them the support, but we give them the opportunity to manage the operational aspect of the business, where they are very skilled in how to run things. We should not suffocate them.
Here in the US, we have a culture called blue collar and white collar, right? And it's the same thing. A white collar worker would make less money and have more assets and more reserves and more savings than a blue collar worker who makes twice as much as the white collar worker. Why? Anybody can answer that?
But Tommy, we saw the same thing here between Caribbean people.
Because what happened is that the person who was making less did more with less, and that person.
We that with a lot of our Caribbean people here in America compared to the Caribbean Indian people.
Right, but that's why Gary have it kind of back to front. Gary's saying that people squander their money, and it's like if it's a broad brush that most of the people in Trinidad who growing up.
I think there are people that squander the money. I said maybe not in your area, but other parts of the country had people who made good money.
There's a discipline issue.
In the 70s, in the 80s.
If that is 20% of the population, if 20% of the population squander the money and 60% save the money, what's in the majority?
Well, all I'm saying to you is a lot of reason. Some people had no choice, right? But there's a lot of people who made good money, and at the end of the day, they have nothing to show for it. And it's had people who work with less than that, and today they have more to show for it. Right?
And Gary, I am not disagreeing with that. All I'm saying is that, right, it seemed to me that you may take in the minority and making them the majority.
But I want you to understand something. You don't seem to understand what I'm telling you. While certain things are going on in your area of Trinidad and Tobago, there are people in other parts of the country who are making good money.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm agreeing with that.
I mean, fellas down in South and Point 14 and
Gary,
right
a lot of them,
they made
a
money.
lot of them may have put their money to good use.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's not what you make, it's what you keep.
We should have this conversation with Roger, because a lot of them have big house, they don't boast about it, but they have big house. And
but there you go, then you answering your own question. Then a lot of them. Gary, as a matter of fact, there was some place in down in Petrogen had a housing scheme inside of the way people used to work in Petrogen. Plenty of them people in there was doing real good.
All down
Pleasant Spark.
All down
oh, there we go. Yeah. All of them inside of there. When I went in there, but I said, but wait now, boy, I never know they had places like that. Never know that. A friend of mine, I went down and I went in the back there. They had golf course, all kind of thing.
Some of them places look like Hollywood, California.
Them living nice. Them didn't squander their money.
That's what I'm saying. Some people didn't, and some people did.
Perhaps they were not educated as to the value of money and how to take care of money. I know one thing that made an indelible mark on me growing up. I always saw my grandmother who raised me. She was a hawker. And when she come home, her pockets, she reach in her deep pockets and pull out a whole heap of money. And I used to be like, whoa, I want to be like that, boy. And then I saw my godmother. But as I got older, my grandmother said to me, whenever you get pay, darling, pay yourself first. Don't go and pay no other bill. Pay yourself first. Take money out of that. Pay yourself by putting it inside of a savings and leave it. That's paying yourself. Then you pay anybody else. Pay yourself first. That's what she said. And I practice it up to today.
And you know, and the unions in this country, for example, my brother is one of my brothers is a union worker. The unions have a way that they take out money and have a savings, forced savings for you, so that you are never gonna be poor
or should I say destitute, when you're done working. But in Trinidad, what the union do? They fight for the money for you, and they're not showing you how to amass wealth with it and to save some for a rainy day.
We can't judge them because I'm sure they had a lot of things that we may not know about, and the best people to get is from like Roger and Abdullah and them guys.
They had forced savings. Do you know that to be a fact? I don't think so.
I know they had some kind of plan there. What they call it, like the credit union and different things, But
yeah, credit union is credit union. You do that voluntarily, but you're talking about where set amounts come out and go into a plan that is a retirement plan or an emergency plan or something of sorts. The focus should be on not just fighting for money for you and yelling and screaming for more money, but also showing you how to empower yourself.
Yep.
Well, what I want to focus on is how do we assist them in retaking that refinery, in getting the government to work with them. I mean, what can we do on our end to cause that pressure, to send a clear message to the government? This is what we're looking for. We need to get more TNT nationals on board because the government has painted a bad picture about these guys that they squander the money and they bleed the money in the country and this I don't believe it is true.
First to begin, they really have to want it, and if they want it, everybody's gonna know.
Including
the government.
But Tommy Roger said that very clearly last time he was here.
But Gary,
he said they were hijacked.
Talk is cheap.
They were ambushed and hijacked.
Gary, first of all, I want to read Chris Watson quotes. Chris Watson says, if people could pay $1,500 to go to a fair, it's high property tax in the population backside. Right? Now, them same people, right? When the government asks them to pay $1,500 a year in property tax, you know what I gonna say? What I gonna say? The government wicked and evil. They're wicked. Why do you want to impose property tax on we? Right? And you go hear all the rest of them now. All the rest of them. Yeah, boy. That is a wicked government. They're wicked. But they only tell you to pay $1,500 tax. You talking about prioritize, Gary? Prioritize? Right?
Well, let me first of all, before you go there, the government cannot give us accountability for all what they're already taking. Okay?
But you
they
against
cannot give us accountability
right?
with the road tax and the gas tax. They can't give us accountability what they're taking. All right.
But Gary, you against property tax, right?
Yes, I'm against it.
There you go.
I am totally against.
Well, Gary, stop paying it here in Jersey now. Since you're against it, stop. Since you're against it, stop paying it here in the United States.
Well, I didn't make the decision here, but Trinidad is my country.
Mine's too. I have serious skin in the game. I have skin in the game, I have property.
How is your country and you don't want property tax to improve the lives of people in Trinidad and Tobago? Property tax improve people's lives in this country.
Yep.
This country.
We have the infrastructure.
We have a structure there where the central government cannot give us accountability what they're spending right now. Okay? And
guess what? They have no excuse when they're taking taxes.
What's that?
So don't.
They have no excuse for our services and infrastructure work when they're taking money from us.
That's right. None. Look here in Connecticut, I pay a road tax. The other day there was a big hole somewhere where I have to go right. I made a call. In 2 Tuesday, the hole was fixed.
Nana, you take the word out my mouth.
2 Tuesday, the hole was fixed.
Nana, you so right. Today was recycling day by us. They come and they pick up the garbage and they left the boxes and the bottles and everything.
But so let me tell you what's going to happen. You talking about that? What's going to happen?
Wait 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. 1 minute. No, let me just finish this thought. Right? So my wife went out. She walk in and she come back. She see the thing out there. Right? So I told her, I said, well, listen, I'm going to take the cycles and put them back in the garage. She said, no, don't put them back in the garage. She went and called the township. You know what happened?
They send and pick it up.
They send and pick it up.
Right away.
Right away. It was no hem or right away.
Yep.
Okay, the one we'll take care of it. Boom,
That's
boom,
what
boom.
you're paying your property tax for,
Okay.
and road tax for.
That's why we pay property tax in here.
So you can make demands.
Yeah, but what you could afford to pay. Do you know what happens to the person who retired and one of their spouse die and they can't pay the property tax? You know what happens to them?
Gary, sell your house and go and rent.
No, not that. No, not that. When you
after you work so hard for your house.
Gary, listen. When you get to that point where you cannot and you can prove hardship, what they do is they exempt you from those taxes. That's being human. And
you're
guess
forced
what?
to sell your house.
No.
If you owe, they could take your house if you owe taxes.
No. That's a last resort, Gary.
That's a last resort. But
you have to go if you talk to people.
Very rarely, Gary, they take your
we
house. Very rarely.
we know
Tell you something.
if you are retired and you have no income.
I had a lot of people cry out to me that
Gary,
they were losing their home.
Years of you not paying property tax. You don't just miss property tax for a year and they come take your house. No. It may happen.
If you're a senior, and if you're a senior, you get special consideration.
Oh,
of course, they don't just come and take yours because you didn't pay a year property. Even a year, you get special. Right?
I come in to tell PNM, they didn't help my parents with
you
nothing.
See? And that is the problem in Trinidad.
Yeah, that's the problem. And I'm gonna tell them
and Gary, and that is the problem. You know why? You want
my parents catch their tail to get what they built.
If your parents are seniors, then they give them a moratorium on the taxes.
Nothing free for we. Okay.
Oh, Lord, here we go. You see?
Well,
here we go. There we go.
But it will be across the board.
Your parents alone suffering in Trinidad. Your parents alone, nobody else.
Well,
my mom is there. She's 91.
Anybody else don't want to stand up for themselves and their family. That's up to them. But raise my voice.
Gary, you seem to always make it a PNM issue.
Yeah,
it is a government issue.
Because
it is
a national issue.
PNM is moving very advantageous.
The UNC had plan. The UNC had a chance
a lot of people free accommodations and they
did absolutely nothing about it. Gary, the UNC
there was a lot of spite. There was a lot of spite and discrimination in the delegation of resources.
You know,
Gary,
Manning lost an election with the Axie tax bullshit that started, right? I'm gonna talk straight talk here.
Manning lost an election more than that. Okay.
Wait a minute, Gary. Let him talk. Let's hear his point.
It was more than that, but that was a major sticking point from the opposition. The Axie tax. All right, the Axie tax. But guess what? If they were given a chance for a second term, we would have had a tax already. Because they saw the importance of having that tax in order to help provide the services that are needed so dearly and badly. So what? Now they're in opposition, they turn their tongue. Give me a break.
When Hawaii tried to bring back that property tax, I objected and called him out, and then they changed it quickly.
And Gary, what is wrong with the property tax? I mean, it goes towards the whole country.
Do you see the extent of how they want to tax you,
Gary?
And all local tax. If we want to go down that road, all local tax have to go to the municipality where it belongs. Okay.
So that's fine. Just put it, put it in a different coffer and give it audit it.
That's how they're going about it.
But Diana, let me read some facts for Gary. Monday, December 21st, 2009, during the last sitting of Parliament, the property tax bill was passed with 22 PNM members voting for the bill and 10 UNC opposition members voting against. On January 1st, 2010, the property tax became law. That same year, the PP promised to axe the tax if they got into office. It was a promise they never kept. The only change that was made by the PP government during that term was the suspension of the payment of the tax for the period January 2010 to December 2015, which the PNM also did when they came into office in 2015 to further suspend the tax to 2018. The PP had an opportunity to make it law, all right, and to have people start paying tax, and they did. They made a duck.
They had an opportunity to me to remove it.
Talk now.
Opportunity to remove it.
Like facts, Gary.
You know,
That's facts.
them in Trinidad will say, "Oh, all your penny states, all your different, all your have no skin in the game. It wouldn't affect all you." But
Gary,
up here we have to pay. We have to pay.
Let me ask you something. When my mother cannot come up with the money for property tax, I had to come up with it.
And what wrong with
Gary,
that?
What about
wrong with that?
What about other people
You're paying your mother property tax?
What about that? What about that? Don't they have to come up with it too? Eh?
And the numbers are so small. I was paying less than $100 in taxes when they stopped taxes. I'm ashamed to tell you how small my taxes were.
Depends on your house. It's minuscule. Minuscule.
Gary, I have a piece of property in Barbados. I just have to pay tax on it.
Is it to the level of what I want to do right now?
I just have to pay property tax in Barbados. What is the problem with paying property tax?
They want to tax you on the possibility of what it could be rented for.
Oh my God!
But what percentage?
What do you mean what percentage? Look at the chart that they came up with.
Gary, some people will be paying $1,000 a year in property tax.
And that's nothing.
Gary, go in this country. Go to the worst areas in this country. Go to urban United States of America.
From $48 a year, we're going to $1,000 a year.
Oh boy!
What 40? They ain't paying nothing. They ain't paying nothing.
But that was the last time. I think it was what it was, $48 a year.
Okay. And Gary, so what's wrong with it?
So where are you going to get money for my $1,500 fet now?
But they should have been paying all the time. No, you should have been saving for when you know you're going to have to pay. You hear what you do? You hear what you do?
No.
Before you was talking about squander, right? You talking about squander, right? So you squandered your money. Now pay it.
Mm-hmm.
Take that in your purse. Pay it.
Government have to do local government reform, restructure the structure. All right, and that money has to go
pay the property tax and hold them
and have any authority over it. All right, because there's too much biasness with the distribution of services right now.
All it says, Ansem, if you don't agree with bringing in cars tax free, then no traveling allowance should be paid.
No, but before you go down that road, I want the government to give us an explanation how they're spending me money right now. We allocate the amount of money we are allocating in national security. If we was allocating it in the social development area, we would have less crime in the country.
Gary, you think the crime is that, or did you listen to Dillian Johnson's Facebook post today?
No, I didn't see Dillian Johnson's Facebook post. What are you trying to say?
What he was saying that the state of things, that people who are entrusted in running our affairs and those who are supposed to serve and protect are very dirty. They are the worst criminals.
But he is saying nothing that we don't know already.
So the crime is who's supposed to fix crime is who causing crime.
Oh boy.
You see, Lana says.
First of all, why are we feeding them? Why are we feeding them?
Feeding who?
Guess what?
If we kept,
you're gonna fire all the police and the governments?
No,
because all the governments is the same thing.
If we kept our children out of their reach, right? If we kept our children engaged and not going astray into their hands, then
how do you keep them engaged?
Their industry, right?
How do you keep them engaged with paying property tax and creating extra curricular activities to keep them engaged and so they won't wander into the hands of those criminals?
So paying property tax will resolve that?
You can create
You could organize your own community stuff.
You can create extracurricular activities, after school program, all kind of football things.
Diana, a lot of us did that without
Come
money.
on, Gary.
A lot of us did that without money.
Gary, you can't do that without money, boss.
A lot of us grew up doing that without money.
Gary, you need the extra funds.
Cricket in the road, football in
oh God, Gary. Gary,
catching bird.
We have advanced.
We occupied ourselves. We didn't go into crime.
But now, so you have the criminal situation. You need extracurricular. You have to counteract it head on.
These boys, this didn't happen overnight, eh? This didn't happen overnight.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. But you can, if you create programs for them, they won't have to go into all these stuff that they're going into.
Who tell the police ain't going to invade the program?
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Let me bring some quotes up to date here. Let me bring some quotes up to date from some quotes in the chat. Lana said, like I said, out with the old, in with the new, time for new government, new opposition.
That's right.
Tropic says, all this oil money, they have been wasting my money. Fund the local government. You don't need property tax to fund local government. Right?
A lot of money left with country and in foreign banks.
Look, Lana said, listen to this. Lana says, listen to this. A hotel and a bar next to the priority route in Tonapuna paying $2,500 a year property tax, and that's commercial. Where
they start paying already?
Well, no, they're paying previously. Where, Gary, you go any parts of the United States of America. As a matter of fact, go up on Mars. Don't go on the paddle. Go up on Jupiter or Venus. Go up somewhere up there. And find me a hotel, right? And bar paying $2,500 a year in property tax.
They are paying nothing on Mars, don't worry.
Two cash cows.
That's the point. But that's exactly the point, Gary. That's the point.
Two cash cows.
But we want PNM especially to give us accountability of our money.
Well, everything with you is PNM.
PNM, of course, they rule no matter who run in the country. They rule no matter
why didn't ask? Why when
them is the Cosa Nostra. them put spokes in your wheels no matter who in charge. And they show you who's boss. You have to pay up. They're taxing you legally or illegally. All right?
They even have
against the sitting prime minister if she want to live. All kind of thing went down. Right? They have to pay up. All right? You see what happened in live sport? You see what happened in live sport? Okay.
Guy, we could have put all now in Trinidad and Tobago, we could have a sports development academy doing sports tourism and making plenty money. Half of that,
the live sport get hijacked with criminals in the country.
All I can say is that half of that 200 million, right? Half of that 400 million. All right, as a matter of fact.
And how much of the poor boys on the street they help with that who hijack live sport? Where they do the money? How much of the poor fellas on the street they help with that? The fellas who hijack live sport and raided live sport. How much money they distribute to the community?
What do you mean?
So where the money going? Where the money going?
Who raided
live sport?
They squandered, and you say they squandered the money. They squandered the money.
Asking you, who? Let's deal with live sport here for a minute. That money was supposed to help the disadvantaged people, right? That money was designated to help disadvantaged people to see a better way in life, to use sports to advance themselves. That was the objective. To show them, that's where they bring these foreign athletes to show them, well,
that was part of the objective.
Okay.
Part of the objective was for certain people to get cuts from that money. That is part of the objective.
Who certain people get cuts of the money? Where did most of the money gone?
What are you talking about? You know?
How come Dr. Rowley can't give me bring no evidence in the public domain about what happened with that money since government changed?
How come, Gary? You see, Gary. But
what I sent you answer. Government change, right?
Gary, when the government changed, Calder, the PP talked about Calder and how you were thieving money and doing this and doing that. When the government changed, Gary, to your government, how they lock up Calder?
But how come Dr. Raleigh say that there's so much thing going on in live sport? Why they not show us where the money gone and lock up some people?
What is it, Gary? It is no different. One government come, they say they go do something, nothing happen. And next government come, they go do something.
Dr. Raleigh was supposed to be the better guy.
Time for change. Time for change. Change the opposition and change the flipping incumbent. Put new people up in there. Time for change. I'm fed up.
So you think the new people are going to do the same thing?
Let me tell you,
the new people are going to do the same thing?
The defining symptom of a decadent society is a fondness for vast and nonsensical extravagance. Time for change. Change up the whole thing. Fed up. I'm fed up with the PNM and I have no confidence in the UNC. I say so. All they want to come for me, come. I'm fed up with the PNM. Anything named PNM, they got to go. Put somebody new inside there. Because the same thing over you're doing, you put it back the same thing over and over. You put macaroni, egg, milk, and cheese. You're not getting pilau. You're going to get a macaroni pie. All you need to change the whole thing. Change it up. That's what I say.
What I stand say.
You're going to get in trouble for associating with this Indian guy.
They go say
this Indian guy influenced. You need to say that.
I nobody influenced me to say nothing. I ain't Diana Bensky. I'm a Bajan. I come off of me a Motley. I would say what I got to say. That's how Bajans operate. Change the whole thing. Get rid of the PNM. Put the UNC on the backbencher. Find somebody else up in there. Even if all they put Philip for a little while, put him there. All they want to put Juke for a little while, put him there. But get rid of the damn PNM because the same thing over and over. Top of the hour, Slim. Fed up with them.
It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We're going to go for a quick station identification. It's Tommy, Diana, Gary, and me, and you in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM. You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
With a new Sakura and a brand new female captain. You are listening to WZYE. And this time it cruising. But this last is not to hold the ship right and it can welcome it. And we can pretend too busy to see. The danger from a blooming up in the street. A message came from the lighthouse to the city said, go on the bridge and hold the captain document waters and ship. So please send a message up to the captain. So please tell her that the rest from approaching. So you can do it, please tell that no one. Tell that no one. Tell that no one. They can't get the ship 16 again. Remember when the ship was sinking before. What the old man braving up to complain. Now nothing seems that the ship don't sink once more. But you'll be praying on the water captain again. You are ready to come and jump up and dead. And you don't want to see the ship run around and run. We have some boats and we know they are well equipped. But we don't want the ship to reach the point where we have to abandon the ship. So please send a message up to the captain. So please send a message come approach. So you can do it, please tell that to one. Tell that to one. Tell that to one. And captain the ship is sinking again. He can keep it afloat. But when he brings back the ship to what you better give, say come on the bridge to take over the steering and the captain and the rest of the crew. You have to do what Captain Miami tell them to do. So the Trinidad doesn't change its course, the hurricane can do it, and we don't want the ship to be going, don't take everybody with it. So please send a message up to the captain. So please send a hurricane is approaching. So if you can do it, please tell Jack to one. Tell Jack to one. Tell Jack to one. The captain, the ship is sinking again. Whoa, whoa. There is enough island for to keep it afloat, and they can't see any disaster that would be strong enough to rock the before. So tell them they have to change their course, otherwise the hurricane will hit with full force. Certain sailors are going to launch a lifeboat and sail away, leaving the sinking ship to run aground in Recession Bay. So please send a message up to the captain. So please tell her a hurricane is approaching. So if you can do it, please tell that to one. Tell that to one. Tell that to one. The captain, the ship is sinking again. So please send a message up to the captain. So please tell her a hurricane is approaching. So if you can do it, please tell that to one. Tell that to one.
Help! Somebody help me! I'm looking for Jacka. Boy, I try to go around the country now. I don't know what to do again. Looking to buy a donkey to sell coconut in town. Can't afford to buy a pickup to tote me nuts around. So I gone up in the country looking for jackals to buy. But everybody I check, they keep on telling me. They say up here do a donkey, aliment a plenty. Up here do a donkey, aliment a plenty. If you want to see real donkey, aliment a plenty. If you want to find real donkey, aliment a plenty. Donkey for sowing day, donkey for sowing day, donkey for sowing day, donkey for sowing day. Donkey with PhD, doctorate, law degree, Donkey that dance for so, don't know from head to toe. Looking for a donkey. You want to find real donkey. Fat donkey, maga donkey, any kind you can get it. Whoa, I went down south in Rancho and also Lopino. Fight of Mondo Nevo and Brasso Seco. They say it have a old man, he bound to have a few. But when I check the old man, he and all same too. He say, up here do a donkey, Parliament a plenty. Up here do a donkey, Parliament a plenty. If you want to see real donkey, Parliament a plenty. If you want to find real donkey, Parliament a plenty. Donkey for sowing day, donkey for sowing day, donkey for sowing day, donkey for sowing day. Donkey with weave and rats, even bald head jackass. Donkey that straight and gay, donkey that cold and grey. Looking for a donkey, you're looking for a donkey. I know shiny donkey, I know what black donkey, grey donkey. What are you telling me about? Whoa, hey, oh, I wonder if I rain happen. They say that donkey looking like Saddam, and some looking like Madam. Long time had plenty donkey all over the country. You coulda buy 2 or 3, easy, easy, easy. But since it have a shortage of jackass, so they say, just wait until election when they come out to pray. Up here do a donkey, Parliament a plenty. Up here do a donkey, Parliament a plenty. If you're looking for a donkey, Parliament a plenty. If you want to see real donkey, Parliament a plenty. Donkey for sowing day, donkey for sowing day, donkey for sowing day, donkey for sowing day. Donkey in suit and tie, who love the mama guy. Drunk and corrupt donkey, that like to lie plenty. Looking for a donkey. So you want to find real donkey in right road. Oh boy, you have to have national pride. Up in the red house now, they gone back up there. I never go up there before. Boy, ask people now. Looking for a donkey. You up and down the country. I feel like what check out my partner Ronnie, you know. The old donkey man, he must know where I could get some. Before they looking to send me in prison or something, you know.
I disagree with him. Parliamentary handle donkey, them is who are the smarts. The people who playing the fool.
Oh God, Toby, you disagree with him, Toby?
I disagree. I beg to differ. That Parliament handle damn donkey. Parliament have a bunch of smart people. Smart man and smart woman.
Oh yeah.
He's only smart, right?
Mama guy and bamboozling and waving a sort of trinket in front of them. Yo, and you fish stick, Mama Mia Motley don't have to steal because we run a government over there above the board. It ain't no underhand thing going on there. And if they try something, Bajans will take to the street in a heartbeat, eh? All right, let me tell you that now, eh? All right.
It's only donkey who can't take to the street.
With all you in Parliament, right? How much is trickling down to the level of upgrading the service delivery to our people in the country? All the budget passed in the Parliament, all the gallivant and debate, budget debate. How much of that is really going to our people? You're catching hell to go to get the simplest thing done in a government office. They go to social service and you try to process an application to get your business fixed, and it's wrongers upon wrongers.
Bacchanal and confusion.
So if the poor and suffering people who needs help yesterday, last week, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, can't get the services, what are we really doing?
Gary, they are going to wait till close to the local election or the general election and start giving out trinkets. And that is how they're going to bamboozle them.
Everything. Everything. The money going to be shown. They're going to buy that vote.
All right.
So who's the donkey? Who's the donkey then?
I don't talk.
Who's really the donkey?
They're going to bamboozle them and put them back in the same place they want them. We love you so. They want you so. They're going to take care of you because they want you so. They don't want you improving. They don't want you going forward. What do you want for your children, your grandchildren? You don't want industry to invest in Trinidad and Tobago and people have work to apply to jobs to apply for, or they want to be in the same vortex over and over and over, non-producing, non-financial, people's getting sent home, the roads in a mess, the crime out of control. That's all they want to live in constantly, over and over and over. You don't want better for yourselves?
No,
Y'all
we
don't
want
want better for yourselves?
We want KFC. We want Starbucks.
Huh?
We
you
want
don't
a
want better
Starbucks.
for yourself? That's all they want? Over and over, the same disheartening, disillusion, abyss of a vortex, over and over. And the bigwigs, it's a bourgeois society. The bigwigs, they're living good, and everybody else on the ground catching and then. And that's all they want? Well, then go back and do the same thing over and stay there then. They like you so, stay so. That's all I got to say. Stay so.
I want my KFC. Send the money outside.
Stay so. Nobody wants to invest. Look at Guyana. Nobody wants to invest in Trinidad and Tobago. The crime. The Trinbagonians are very well educated people. There should be industry clamoring to come down there. Whenever you have an educated, when you have an educated workforce, that should be an attracting thing for people to invest in the country. But nobody ain't doing it.
It's more than the crime that chases away the investors, It's the
what's driving the crime?
Gary,
what's driving the crime?
Gary, look on the screen, Gary. Who you think broke those in? Who brought those in?
I don't know. Who brought it in?
A businessman brought that in.
Wait, well, he brought it to what? To give the guys in the streets or to protect himself and his associates?
Protect who? What you need that to Gary?
Diana, what do you mean protect who?
What you need all of that? What you need all? You like you
going
to war?
Ask you something. What do you think the fellas on the street walking with? You think they're walking with a slingshot like how we used to play with?
You see all these here? It have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 of them.
He's in the arms business. He's in the arms business. That's what
No, Tommy. That is protect his family.
Protect and serve.
What I'm saying to you is, so he distributing that to what? The guys on the street?
No, it's his family. It's to protect his family. This is to protect his family.
He bring that to sell on the street?
No, to protect his family.
We don't know. It could be Faris family. We don't know.
This is coming to protect his family. This didn't come in Faris district. This wasn't in Faris district.
Which district that come in? But yeah. I'm asking, how much businessman you see on the street robbing and killing people?
There we go, Gary.
Real.
There we go.
I'm a businessman you see going on the street there and invading people's house.
Them know how to do that.
That's a danger, Gary. Be very careful because you're profiling people now.
Well, I'm asking how many business people going and raping and kidnapping and murdering people and going boldface just in their business and do what they have to do and take what you have and show you can't do nothing about it. How many business people? Was it business people that down in Taruba Stadium there that shoot up on the highway?
You don't know who do this shooting.
I'm asking.
You don't know.
I'm asking.
You don't know. You don't even know if it's law enforcement. You don't even know if it's law enforcement.
You don't know.
Well, I'm asking. Is it police that went down and do it?
You don't know, Gary.
We don't know. We don't
know. We didn't get no information yet, right?
You don't know who incited it. You
Are
don't
we
know
ever?
who.
Are we ever gonna get any information?
Let me tell you something. This
Okay,
mess
that
can
the
be clean.
90% starts talking about.
The,
That the
the,
90% starts
let me
talking
tell you
about.
something. Let me tell you something. If you and I are applying for a gun to protect ourselves, right? And we're waiting 10 and 15 years and we make the simplest mistake and decide to buy one not approved. Let me tell you, the police coming for you and I first before they go for them criminal. All right? That's how it works in Trinidad and Tobago. If you buy an illegal gun to protect yourself because you can't get a legal one, not that you're out there going to rob anybody, but you're buying it because that's the nature of things in Trinidad right now. And you can't get a little thing to protect yourself. And you go and make one mistake and slip up. The police come for you first. In the meantime, your application going for years. All right? And you have to pay a little thing here and there.
And where it come from? The head. And why did they get rid of Gary Griffith? Because the Prime Minister lost confidence in the man.
Gary mash up their plan. He mashed them up.
Had thing under control. So there where it goes from the head, the fish they rotting from the tail, or the bam, see, it rotting from the head. Right? They get rid of Gary Griffith, who had thing under control.
He didn't get everything under control. He started to get it.
So who want the country the way it is? Only do the math now. If you get rid of the man who if you get rid of the man who was trying to put some sense of law and order in place, and you had no confidence in him, well then who is responsible for the spate of the murders and stuff going on? And your Minister of National Insecurity say it is not his work to keep all this safe. Hello. And that's all they want to go and put back in there. Only go ahead now. Go ahead now. I just bringing the truth there. I just bringing the truth to all you. Stir you from your complacency. Yeah? Go ahead. Go ahead. That's all they want to put back there.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna drink my punch and I mind my business.
Put them back. Yeah. Get rid of somebody who's trying to make a difference. Huh? And you lost confidence. And look at the country now. Look at the state we're going on.
Look at the short period of time.
I wonder if you have confidence in that in the senior citizen you have sitting down there now. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Senior citizen. He need to go home too. Bye. Bye, McDonald. Me and you are the same name. Bye.
There's McDonald versus McDonald now. Watch it out.
Go home. You need to go home. I don't know what you doing.
No, under Gary watch, the criminals bringing in their own guns. No business people in bringing in guns and selling.
I am not saying no business people are not bringing in guns and selling, but there are also people taking the little pirogue, doing a little trade between Venezuela and Trinidad all the time. It's nothing new. There are no big ship how to bring that in. Then people in Venezuela trading for food.
That fall under your partner. Your partner said it's not his job to keep the citizens safe. So
I offered to share ideas with my partner, and he accepted. I was trying to help him because he worked with me with stranded citizens, and I said, "Well,
Imama guy.
Listen now. I was trying to give my partner a little help.
Imama guy.
My partner, want help because they know that I coming to mash up what's going on there.
No, yeah. No, you're aligned with Wall Street, so you're bad news. You know? And remember, I get called a UNC dog for being aligned with you. I notice nobody don't bother me no more. I'm waiting on them, you know. I'm waiting for them.
You see the problem is this, is that, you know, Gary concerns me sometimes that, you know, he wants to talk about country, but, you know, some of his utterances are not country friendly. I'll put it that way. It's not country friendly.
Which Gary are you talking about? Make sure you're talking about.
You
think I'm not country friendly in what way? Elaborate. Bring it on. Come on. Lay down.
For example,
let me go and make a cup of tea. I'm coming back.
No, for example, right? You always seem to utter that the criminals in Trinidad and Tobago are little black boys.
They are not the only criminals.
Or you're changing your mind now?
No, I'm not saying they are the only. There's a variety of criminals in the country. They are not the only criminals, but they are the ones. They are the ones that you see shooting up the place, and every time you turn around, is they invading. They're invading
You're in the
somebody
Waffle
property.
House, right? Gary,
right?
you're not in the Waffle House. You're in the China House now.
No, I need
Come
roti
on.
shop. Tell us straight
Come
up.
on. Yeah, you ain't getting the roti shop yet. No.
The physical evidence is who how many other races is he doing what these guys doing? And why they fall through to that extent to what they're doing what they're doing?
Nadia just says Gary Mahabia.
Who is shooting up the place, Ansem?
Nadia just said this. Look, Nadia just said that, Gary. Look on the screen. Nadia just said that.
Well, that's okay. But I am calling it as I see it. Stark is calling it as I see it. Superintendent Alexander is calling it as he see it.
There you go again.
There
you go again.
Answer the physical evidence saying in the face. Physical evidence. There's one fact. But show me some videos. Show me some videos of Indian and Chinese shooting up the country.
Where we don't know if it's Indian because Indian. A Douglas fella could look like an African fella, you know, Gary.
Well, let me ask you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right,
Gary, 1 minute. Gary, 1 minute. 1 minute. Gary, no one on this program, other than yourself, had talked about who shoots up who. I never said Indian, Chinese, Syrian, or anybody shoot up anybody. I never said that. You are the one.
So we will be discussing the issues. It don't matter what you think about it. Evidence is there, genuinely face, and you want to deny the fact. But the question is why did these fellas end up doing what they're doing? Right? How they end up there? All we was doing the same thing.
Gary, look, it's humans committing crime, you know. And in Trinidad and Tobago, a Douglas fella could look like an African fella, you know.
Okay, so it's only Douglas shooting up.
I ain't saying only Douglas shooting up the place.
It's only Douglas
shooting up the place.
Gary.
Right?
Gary, everything that good to eat, I good to talk, eh? And
no, you had to call it. You had to call it out, Tommy, because this
listen.
But the thing about it is,
no. The point why I made that point is that I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to say that
we get an echo.
We get feedback. We get
Sure.
feedback. Yeah.
Go ahead, answer.
No, I listening.
No, but I'm telling you, every time you see some video out there, it's always people of African descent doing the shooting up. Maybe somebody hired them. I don't know.
But how you know he's fella?
But that's what you see video on. What about what you see video on?
Well, give me some video where other races in the country doing the same thing. Give me some video. I'm asking anybody. Why are most of them coming from a certain area of the country?
You know why
did we allow children to fall through the crack and go to the certain extent? Why would we allow that for them to go down the road that way? It's negligence. I'm not saying that there are no other races in crime too in the country, but most of the time, them bad, them bold, and them is the soldiers out there.
Gary, it have soldiers of all races, because I've heard stories. You don't see everything, but I've heard stories.
What Stark was trying to point out was the majority is people of his own race, and he has a problem with it being a person of that race because he wants to know what's going on with his people. He's calling them out on their nonsense, and sometimes you have to do that. If Indian people doing nonsense, I call them out. I call them out on the stupidity. You think I'm right?
What? Anyway, let me say.
Gary, this is Mike. Nobody answer my question yet, you know. How we ain't know that them fellas is Douglas?
Well, look at the videos. Most of the videos, and Douglas.
How we
There's
know? You
Chinese.
don't know.
Most
You
of the
don't
videos.
know.
Most of
And
the
a
videos
Douglas
is
is
not
mixed
Douglas.
with
It's Chinese.
Indian and African. So you can't go on. Come on, Gary. Come
It's Indian.
on.
It's Indian
You
people put on
don't
wigs and doing it.
know. You don't know.
Back in
You
the
are
in the Western
assuming. You
movies,
and
they say put on
Stark.
Indian wigs and the white people say put on Indian wigs and go do the raid. So I guess it's Indian people
Ah,
doing it.
Lord, Father. And
So
they
now,
have the
now you
same
have to ask yourself.
complexion.
You have to ask yourself the question: why it is from a particular area? We have African people in other parts of the country not doing the same thing.
Is Stark's a credible source?
What do you mean if Stark is a credible source? Stark is calling things as he see it. Is Alexander, Superintendent Alexander, a credible source?
He's questionable. He's questionable also.
You know, a lot of people are afraid to even call things as they see it in the country.
You know what's kind of scary, boy? What's kind of scary with people like Gary, in that Gary
Am
don't
I
come.
speaking the truth? Am I speaking the truth? Is Stark speaking the truth? Is Alexander
Gary
speaking the truth?
Gary
But
don't come with
Gary,
no.
you're not listening to why I ask you, know.
Anna, 1 minute. Anna, 1 minute. Gary don't come with no facts, you know. Right? Gary just come and he just boil his spaghetti and throw it up on the wall and see what goes stick. And most of the time,
every day you
Gary,
see the same thing
Gary,
that I see on the social
Gary,
media.
I have said
Every
to you
day you
before,
see the same thing I see in.
Gary,
Wait a minute.
I've said to you before, Gary Mahabir, can you prove one statistics that Stark stated that's correct? One. Prove it.
But are you seeing the same videos that has been seen posted on social media? You're in the same groups. You don't see them?
Gary.
Most of the time, you're attacking the police instead of chastising the criminals.
Gary.
I ain't saying the police not at fault in some situations.
Let me repeat myself, because every night we have this program, you're getting more waffle franchises more than anything else. Gary, did you prove one statistics, Gary?
I don't have to prove nothing. Everything is online.
There you go.
Everything is online. You could pull it up.
I could come and say 90% of the Indian people in Trinidad and Tobago are drug dealers, and I don't have to prove anything.
Exactly. Prove it.
I Gary.
But what you say?
1 minute, Gary. Gary, 1 minute.
What are you saying? It's published in social media.
Gary, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Gary, I can go and say 90% of the drug dealers in Trinidad and Tobago are of Indian descent, and I do have to prove that. Correct?
Well, first of all, I cannot dispute that because I have no evidence to dispute it. But the evidence is showing us in video.
But Gary,
you guys can't come with that. Every day you see some kind of shootout or some kind of rioting in the country. People of African descent.
Gary, you don't know that they're only African. They could be Douglas people.
Diana, you seen it clear.
You could be Douglas.
So you have to ask yourself, why is that breakdown?
You could be a Douglas and look like an African.
No, it's Indian.
Gary, don't play. Gary, hello. I'm from Trinidad, you know. Don't go there with me. You could be a Douglas and look like a hello. Gary. You could be mixed. You could have an Indian mother, an African father, and you could look like an African and go and get in blood.
1 minute. Let me read some comments in the chat. Now,
this remember we black too, eh? So okay.
Now, Kenton, here is the question, right? Kenton says, clearly the facts are the majority of crime is done by we African people. Who cares if it's 90%? We should accept the fact that we could try to change this. Kenton, that's part of the problem. That is part of the problem. And that is dangerous. So what could happen?
Speaking the truth. Or you could tell him that part of the problem. Lord. He's saying we should address it. We should address it. That's what he's telling you. We should work on addressing it.
Dangerous.
Not criticize it. The man talking the truth. Or you could say that's part of the problem. That's part of the solution. You have to identify the problem and deal with it.
This will never.
Because what it is now, any one of us can throw facts out there, right? And throw any statistics out there, and call it facts. For example, I'm going to give an example again. I'm going to give another example. I've put it up before. Black and black crime in this country and white and white crime. We always hear, boy, black and black crime in this country, black people killing each other. Google it. The statistics shows you that black and black crime is very similar in this country to white and white crime. Very, very similar. Google it. Google it.
Let's go back to Trinidad.
So when you come,
Trinidad and Tobago for a minute.
Gary, let me finish. When you go come to say you don't care if it's 90%, what if it's 60%? That's a big difference. That's a 30% difference, right?
It is still too much. We're not talking mathematics. We're talking about a serious problem in the country. And the majority, SAC might not have its percentage correct, but the majority.
Gary, stick to one.
So SAC is not a finance. So SAC is not a finance professor like you.
Stick your fortitude and stick to something now, boss. Please.
No. SAC is not a finance professor like you. But he's calling out basically what he's trying to say. The majority is his people.
What does that have to do with finance, professor? What does that have to do with our finance, professor?
Like I said, SAC might be bright like you, but the thing about it is, what he's seeing.
You know what you're doing now? You know what you're doing now? It's called ad hominem attacks. When you cannot deal with the facts, you attack personally.
What I mean, I can't deal with the facts. The facts change in the face. It's in the public domain. It's in bold in video. It's bold in video and pictures. You're seeing it every day. What facts you need more than that?
Oh my God.
You want me to start saving some pictures for you?
Are those all?
You know what I will do now? I will save pictures for you. When you come with your picture, I will come with my picture.
Yeah, we got calculate. And then we got calculate. We got do the mathematical assessment.
When you come with your video, I will come with my video. And you are talking about country. You are a fella talking about country.
I'm talking about country. We have people that are calling out the problem, and you want to criticize them. We have a problem. We have to deal with it.
Boss,
and it's not just an African people problem because it affects the entire country.
Not one person so far, Gary. Not one person so far. One have come up with any of the statistics that Stacks put out that's accurate. Not one.
So who's the majority of the people doing the crime and why? Who is the majority of the people breaking in, robbery, kidnapping, drive-by shooting, and why? Who's the majority of the people? We lying? The police lying?
But Gary,
the video's lying. The majority of the police.
You see how social media can be dangerous.
Discrimination. The majority of the police commissioner is a person of African descent. You want to say he lying against his own people?
That's possible.
Or is it that they enforcing them?
The police have not put out any statistics to show what Stark's saying is accurate.
The police would not do that because they go get caught and probably they'll get riots against them.
So Starks could do it.
Because if the people in Laventille and Mova comment on them, they are riot in the country.
And Gary, let me tell you something, right? Listen.
No Indian are brave enough like the people in Laventille and Mova to riot.
Gary, let me tell you something, right? I want you to understand. You know what was the catalyst of it? Oh, they don't like to compare nothing in Trinidad to America, but I have to bring this up. The catalyst of the whole civil rights thing and whatnot, because people somehow got it in their head that African people were a threat to white people. So you know what they decide to do? We go snatch them and lynch them and kill them, and that rhetoric that you want to spread can go out of whack, or go off into a bad lane. Gary, you have to be careful.
That's the truth. It's African people saying it, not Indian people saying it. Indian people they say that because they can cause riot.
There we go.
As African people calling it.
I want to know the composite of all them. Who mother is Indian and who father is African. I bet you half of them is Douglas. So what you gonna call that now? What you gonna call that?
No. people
What you gonna call it? You're gonna still call it African people are committing the thing when their mother might be an Indian and their father might be an Indian? Gary, you have to stop with that. You have to stop with that.
Me, I had to stop
You
with it.
and Starks have to stop with
Evidence
that.
staring in the face. You have
Oh,
video and
Jesus,
pictures.
Brad. You know.
Give me some video of some Indians shooting up the place now.
Did you ask who's mixing them in them pictures? You don't know. You're blaming it on African. And everybody, you know, the Indian, they don't want to be called black.
Gary,
They have to
I
call
want to ask
Indian.
Gary a question. Gary,
I
does
think
these
just
names
stop, man. Stop.
Gary, does the Puran brothers from Caroni ring a bell to you? Does Dole Trade ring a bell to you? Does
Okay.
Steady ring a bell to you?
But what percent of Indians? What percent of Indians?
Let him finish. Finish, Gary. Let's stop.
Let me finish. Right? I'm asking a question. When I'm finished with my question, you'll have the mic. I'm asking a question, Gary. It's a simple question. Gary, does Puran brothers from Caroni ring a bell to you?
I don't know them. I know of Joel Chady.
All right. Does Teddy Mice ring a bell to you?
No, I don't know those names.
Does Sharon Otto ring a bell to you?
I don't know those names.
Does Janky from Central ring a bell to you?
I don't know those names.
All right. So you know what, Gary? I could throw them things up there and throw them up on the wall.
But okay, with all those names, right? Yeah. What percent of Indians were doing that? What percent of Indians? What percent of Indians did they make up? Was things like as it is now, where we see that the vast difference? Every time you turn around, you're seeing people of African descent, especially from your neck of the woods.
Oh Lord.
Especially from your neck of the woods.
Gary, you have to be careful.
We have the
with
same
that
African
rhetoric.
people in Point Fortin, in Caroni, and different parts of the country who born and grew up there, not doing the same thing. But the people up in your neck of the woods, people in your neck of the woods doing it. Why?
Gary, I keep telling you, you continue with your divisive comments. As a matter of fact,
that's not divisive, that's true.
A Jamaican just joined us. Patrick Reed says, this is Patrick Reed, he's Jamaican, eh? Jamaican, eh? The people that are doing that are Trinidadians, right?
Thank
Patrick
you.
Reed, you are absolutely correct. A Jamaican, you know? He's a Jamaican. First time he joined the chat, right? He's Jamaican. A Jamaican. That's what he say. The people that are doing that are Trinidadians. But when through Gary lenses, when Gary looked through his lenses, right? What he see are Africans. You see what I'm saying?
What I see is Afro-Trinidadians who calling it out.
Oh Lord.
Not me. Afro-Trinidadians calling it out. You back to them.
I keep telling you.
Stark is a person of African descent. Roger Alexander is a person of African
descent. And who is Stark? And who is Alexander?
They're ignorant. They're ignomats. They're ignomats. They're ignomats given a forum.
And Gary comments are very divisive.
Very divisive. You can say what you want. It's physical evidence. It's staring you straight in the face, and it's in printed media. What's the
and Gary, you want to talk about Dr. David Muhammad talks divisively? When oh my God, you down in you in the fraction now. You don't divide already. You got it fractionized.
This is vast difference of what David Muhammad was saying. Me putting nobody against it. I'm discussing what people saying in the country.
But you are putting you are. If you are, and you and whoever, you all are doing that. And that's a dangerous rhetoric. That's a dangerous thing.
How is that dangerous rhetoric? Calling the truth is a dangerous rhetoric. You have to identify the problem and deal with it. You have to identify the problem and deal with it. Simple as that.
You do, and look, during the pandemic, everybody having a mask. You don't know who's who. Indian have dark skin and African have dark skin. You don't know the race of all of them all the time. You don't know. Only the few pictures you see inside the social media, you cannot use that as your whole population of Trinidadians that are committing crime. You can't use that.
You get me some pictures of people of other races committing what these guys, especially up in Anthem area, especially up in his neck of the woods. Because we grew up with African people in other parts of the country, and they don't act so.
Rennie Mohammed, this is a very good point. Instead of focusing on who committing crime, why not try solving it? Excellent point. Excellent point. That
First
is
of all, you have to
excellent.
identify the problem in order to solve it.
You see, there are some of us who want to
There's a
focus on
breakdown.
who committing the crime. Gary, can I ask you a question? Gary, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you know what India was called before it was called India?
No, I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay. Do you know what do you mean? You know the Ganges Nile, the biggest river in India?
Okay.
Do you know who it's named after?
No, I don't know. I can't remember anything about that.
Can you do me a favor? When you get a chance,
what had to do going on in Trinidad?
I'm asking you a question.
You see?
I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay, bring it on.
Okay. When you get a chance, can you Google it for me? And when we come back to the program on Tuesday, you give the people the answer.
Okay, I'll go look it up. But what I'm saying to you is, what the evidence genuine we face, you cannot deny the fact. You have to deal with it. You have to deal with it. How do we deal with it? You're not admitting the fact there's a breakdown in the family structure, and that is why these kids are going astray and doing what they're doing. Okay? If they were close network into the family, they won't be doing what they're doing there. Okay? If we had them involved in constructive things and cultural things, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing there right now. Okay?
Chopix, I want to agree with you. You said that they are not involved in crime because they are Africans.
No, they're not involved in crime because they're Africans. They're not involved in crime because they're African. They're involved in crime because they went astray. People in India doing the same thing.
In the China shop again, Gary. I'm gonna get a cup of tea.
There are people in India doing the same thing. It are people in other countries doing the same thing. It are people in Venezuela doing the same thing. But the problem we in Trinidad have here is that we have to realize we have a breakdown, especially in the family structure, in the social structure, lack of education, lack of proper resources, and that's why the children fall into in the cracks that they fall into.
Lana says crime
now
is
we have to spend more money in national security. If we are spending money in educational things, in the community support, we wouldn't be dealing what we're dealing with now.
Lana says crime has no color, no race, no age, etc. Stop stigmatizing people.
Lana,
Chopik says
the pictures staring you in your face and the videos, all right?
Chopik said the point is that police must attack all crime regardless whether it's African or Indian. If it's all African, then so be it.
No, the police deal with all sorts of crime and everybody. Fraud, whatever you name it, the police deal with it. But you can't get offended because the police arrest a person because it's the same race as yours.
Who does the upset?
Nobody's offended.
Who defend that?
Nobody's offended. All we keep saying is that the statistics that Stacks is given is incorrect, number one, and number two, do not paint a picture that's incorrect.
It might not be perfect in his mathematics, but what he's trying to say is basically is the majority of his people doing it.
So
we don't know that. We don't know that.
Gary, all in us, Gary, you're a neurologist, right? You have a PhD in neurology.
You don't have to be a PhD in neurology.
I know what you were saying.
About what's staring you in your face, and you can't deny the fact. It's the physical evidence is up in your face. How can you deny that?
But Gary, you still haven't proven one of those.
The most recent shootout in Taruba, waiting to see the evidence who the shooters were and where they're from.
Guys, so all right, if it's a black person shootout, that means all black people doing the shooting in Trinidad. Okay, right.
I'm not saying all.
Right, that's Gary's statistics.
What's that is saying the majority?
Gary, anytime you see a black person commit a crime, that means all black people committing all across Trinidad.
But both the African and the Indian are black people. We are all black people. Is that true, or am I telling a lie?
Answer him that.
Tell me what. What's that?
Indian and African black sometimes.
Gary, are you black? Are you black? Do you consider yourself black?
I always tell you, black is a complexion, it's not a race. I don't care what the white people say.
Oh my God. Gary, it's a straightforward question. Gary Mahabir, do you consider yourself black?
Well, some people might consider me to be. The thing about it is, do you call a redskin African person a black?
Consider yourself black?
Could you tell a redskin African person they're black?
Gary, stop going to the Waffle House now, man.
No, black is not a race. Black is not a race.
You just said all Indians are considered to be black. Gary Mahabir, do you consider yourself to be black?
Indian, they have black Indians in the country. That's what I'm saying. There are black Indians in the country. They're brown Indians. They're lighter skin Indians, different shades. Black is a color, not a race. I don't care. I don't care what the Europeans want to determine. They don't call the shots to me. It's a color. Now in America, all of us will be considered black to them.
Gary, when you go for a job in this country and you have to fill out a census, what do you put on as your ethnicity?
My ethnicity is East Indian. That's my ethnic background, East Indian origin.
So wait up. Are you black in Trinidad?
I am not from Africa or China. I'm East Indian.
Wait, are you black? But I thought you said all Indians are black.
I said there are black Indians in the country. All right.
Oh, no. All right. My bad.
Black is a color. There are Indians just as black as Africans. There are Indians just as black as Africans in the country. All right. And there are Africans that are lighter than Indians in the country. How do you determine that black is a race? We have you want to call a big red a black person? You want to call a French Creole up in Diego Martin that tell them they're black? You're looking for trouble. Anyway, we have a crime problem. We have to deal with it, right? Whether it's black, Indian, Chinese, we have to deal with it. So the people call it out. It's in a particular area. We have to find out why the particular area there's a breakdown. Why the same race of people in a different area is not acting the same way as those up in that area. Same race of people, different area, different behavior. Why? Check it out. Me and my partners of African descent, we were catching birds in the bush. We wasn't committing crime.
Is anybody else there?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm
just showing that point. People from a particular. All right. Why they fall? Like that?
So I want to listen to let's listen to this video here. This is oh yeah, this is something seriously affecting Trinidad and Tobago. And
set to rise by a further 33% as of tomorrow, Wednesday. National Flour Mills Limited announced today, Tuesday, that while it has been able to secure sufficient wheat stocks to guarantee that Trinidad and Tobago has an adequate supply of flour for the remainder of 2022, the cost of wheat to NFM has increased by a further 49% in 2022 due to the ongoing war in Ukraine. NFM says as a result, in order to reduce losses in its flour division, the company has had to increase the wholesale price of flour by 33%, with a suggested increase averaging 28% on the retail price of flour to the consumer. Flour prices were increased in January 2022, NFM's first increase since 2008. NFM says, however, the emerging crisis in Eastern Europe and the decision by at least 7 of the world's wheat suppliers to curtail exports reduced the quantities available to non-producing nations and resulted in dramatic increases in the price of wheat globally.
I think this is a big issue because that means to say that, more suffocation for people, who have to fork out more money, and, we see people fighting just to get a little raise of pay. Every day it seemed like there was something different happening, in Trinidad and Tobago. So,
but then how about we counterattack the situation? We can't. So we don't have money to do the raise. We can't. But we don't have the money to pay the price. Right? We have options, right? Invest money in mass production of food in the country.
Or you can try to do this. We can try
Cassava
to do this.
flour, corn flour. All right, we could do that quick.
Or we can try to do this in Trinidad and Tobago.
Announced a shift to coal. The same Europe that could not stop lecturing others on the use of coal has very conveniently announced its shift to coal because they need energy. Germany has fired up its coal plants again. The Netherlands has removed limits on production from such plants, from coal plants. Denmark could do the same. Italy has declared a state of alert on energy. Italian energy plants have been hoarding coal for months now. They might soon put it to use. What happens to their climate goals? Europe has money, so it can tilt the playing field. Then where will they get their coal from? Outside, from the developing world. Europe has only 7% of the world's population, but it still uses almost 20% of the planet's resources. I could go on. When developing countries say they cannot stop using coal, they're asked to shut down factories. They're told to ration coal. And this is classic European hypocrisy, still treating the developing world as their colonies and bending rules to suit themselves.
There you go. We may have to start using coal again in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember the days when we used to use coal pot?
Yep.
Well, like I said, we had to counterattack it, but it's how quick we move. It's how quick the government move.
And that ain't no joke.
But the coal that they're talking about is not that coals that we use in pot. We're talking about coal that they mine out of the ground.
Not Tommy, but I was just making the analogy that maybe we might need to go back to using coal, because, they're talking about gas, and we might have to go back to using coal instead of using gas.
And firewood.
That would mean burning wood. That would mean burning wood and destroying the ecology further.
Oh, but before we go, right, I want to address this right here. I think we need to do better in Trinidad and Tobago. I want you to listen to this one.
Oh, like no fire here. Like no fire here. Like no fire. I stole from me, Rubo, and me afraid you. You understand? I am telling you about permit, and I can fire no permit. When they're protesting in lab until they get permit, when they're protesting in people become, why they didn't send you to see the permit there? You know it to pick on people, boy. I lighted it, and I'll get moved this evening, you're getting it. You want to sleep here tonight? You will have to sleep here tonight. You will have to sleep here tonight. You hear? Tell him that. Take care, boy. Take care. He wants to look up to the week with that in the phone. Yeah? We want the road fixed. 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 We want the road. Hey, you're kicking me, boy. Like you know, fire here. Oh, you seen how this man kicking me? Yeah. What's the people on the yard? In the yard. Wait. They don't want to come like in the yard. You pushing the car in the yard? Push it in the yard. Push it in the yard. You pushing the car in the yard.
Why say that waste of time?
Once you get out of attention, go far like here. Go far like here. We want the road fixed.
We want the road fixed. We want the road fixed. We want the road fixed. We want the road fixed. We want the road fixed. We want the road fixed. We want the road fixed.
All right, let me hear, Go ahead.
They want the road fixed. They
want their road fixed. The policeman behaving terrible, man. Terrible. They want the road fixed. Stenanan, why the people road ain't fixed? Huh? What they do with all the money? Rohan Stenanan.
Takisha, you're absolutely correct. Always Lavantel and Beatum name. Full 100.
Yep.
Full 100. Always Lavantel and Beatum name. All you see? The signals? Signals, you know.
What signal? The people calling it as they see it. The people up in Lavendale beat them, don't seek no permission. They do what they have to do. That's true. But what I disagree with is the idea of creating a hazard on the road, inconveniencing your neighborhood, and creating more congestion. Why it is that you can't go in front of the minister's office and stand up there and protest? What is the need to light a fire?
But what do you mean what's the need to light a fire? They get the attention of the police, right? Okay.
But Diana, lighting a fire, creating a dangerous situation, right? And blocking the roads and inconveniencing the people who live in that area. How is that resolving anything?
Well, okay. Go in front, Minister Sinanan office and block there and light the fire there then.
Well, I ain't saying light the fire, but I'm saying you could go in front of a Sinanan office and protest.
I say go there and light the fire there.
No, I am not encouraging anybody to light the fire.
Yeah, go. Diana say go and light the fire there. Yeah, block he that he can't go in, come out. That's all they need to do.
But they can't
but
they can't tango with the people in the Laventille and beat them here because they know they all organize up there. When them speak, everybody listens.
What do you mean with they can't?
What you see when Laventille people come out and they block up the highway, that the main business they see how much them just come out. All the army and soldiers can't handle now if they really come down there. But you don't see that kind of organization in other areas.
So they're not supposed. So what are you trying to say, guy? I lost.
The man made a point. you don't go up there, or police don't go up there, and the people in Laventille, you tell them they have a permit. But the people up in Laventille beat them have no permit. But how many people go and tell them they have no permit? So you think about it, like I say, the point I'm making
is only the people in Laventille and beat them do a permit, right? Only
he's asking him for a permit, so he's telling him the people in Laventille don't ask for no permit.
Yeah, but it's only them.
When Beatum storm the highway,
Harry,
any permit?
It's only Beatum and Laventille don't have permits.
Hello, that's not the man asking him. You asking me for permit? Why don't you go ask the guys up there when they do the thing for a permit?
Up in Laventille and Beatum. That is it.
Yeah, when they storm the highway, they have permit.
You could make. The only reference you could make
the highway, they have permit.
Laventille and Beatum.
Truth is truth. When they storm the highway and light up the place,
make it make sense.
Have any permit? You know, the other point I'm making here is I do not support lighting fire and blocking the roads at all. That's a criminal offense. I cannot support that.
Go in front of
let's go for station break, guys.
Office and light a garbage can in front there. Burn the newspaper and burn everything inside that garbage can. That's all you need to do.
That's awesome.
Let's go for
how's that arson? If you put it in a control setting. Go ahead, Anselm.
It's in the village to the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Let's go for a quick station break. When we come back,
you're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. So Takisha, Alana, Carice, Takisha, Lana, Carice, Fish Sticks, David Sampat, Lana, Ellis, Rennie. Please put closing comments in the chat. There are some people that are on Facebook and on Facebook. like Listra Ramuta Luchan, welcome. Donna Gokin, welcome. Some people I don't see in the chat, but I see them. I gotta see what happens with it. So those people, can you put closing comments in the chat? So you see, this is what I say, right? When you are an MP, a councillor, when you are representing the public, you have to have certain type of behaviors. And when I look at the behavior of that councillor, it's not council-like. It's not council-like behavior, right? You are now a councillor. You're supposed to be an exemplar for other people who are looking at you as a councillor. And that type of behavior with any other people as well, right? It's uncalled for and it's unacceptable, right? He can do what he has to do, but he is not respecting the law and behaving like that. What does other people who live in the constituency, especially young people who see that, what do they think now? Here's my counselor not respecting the law, so it's okay for me, right? And that, again, that's part of the problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago, right? We need people who are going to set, and it's called SAGE, S-A-G-E, S-A-G-E, set a good example. We need a lot of our politicians to SAGE, set a good example. And many of them are setting some horrible examples. Horrible, horrible. It have a gentleman like the word to call the president and the prime minister. He called the president an insipid jackass, and he called the prime minister a jackass, right? And it's on both sides of the political divide. When is it going to stop? When? Right? When are going to be a little, listen, there's pecan, but when are we going to be more respectful? And these are the type of things we see, right? It just continues unabated. And that's why the country is going to hell in a wastebasket. And it's both PNM and UNC. Both of them. As Sparrow said, it's both of them. Both of them.
Yep.
Right? And for all my intentions, this Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley government and the Kamla Prasad Busset opposition leader, both of them should go. Go. Just go now. Plain talk, bad manners.
Auf Wiedersehen. Adios. Ciao. Arigato. Sayonara.
You'd want to think a councillor could get the air of his representative or the minister, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, you know, and I'm gonna tell you the problem now, eh? You know what the problem is? Right? Many UNC people gonna defend our councillor. They're gonna defend him, right? Now listen, I could care less. If there was a PNM councillor, if there was a PDP councillor, if it was an ILP councillor, it's the same thing. Same thing.
But if the people, if the road block off, get an oil drum and chop thing in there and burn it and cause a scene and let them know something going and start.
The whole idea of lighting the fire, that is the wrong way.
How is that arson if you have it in a controlled bin?
You don't create a hazardous situation. You go in front of the minister's office and you stand up there.
Only wasting time.
The police officer, which I understand is a community police officer.
Wassa police.
Wassa police. He has to show more respect. He has to show more respect to that guy.
Oh, you talking about the police fella? I didn't see the whole video. Oh, he kick away the stuff and stuff.
No. The police officer, the guy has to be more respectful to the police officer.
Okay.
And, Diana, that's why the country is a lawless country.
Where they don't have they're lawless because they don't have no guidance from top. You have an acting COP who like he don't know nothing. Well, they need to put back GG on the work. Put back GG on the work. Because the Prime Minister lost confidence in him. And look where everything going on.
Well, he wasn't going to do the Prime Minister dirty political job, so that's why.
That's what he wants.
Somebody just come in. Farai Webster 420. He said, people fed up at you Wall Street. We want Meru.
Who's Meru? Who's Meru?
I think Meru
I
is the
don't know.
counselor. I think he's the counselor. His name is Meru. I think that the counselor. I don't know. I don't know. Them people don't want me. I have nothing to do with them people. I have nothing to do with our constituency. Of course they want Meru. That's why he's the counselor. Hey, but Farai, listen to this, eh? You know, my wife not fed up with me. My mother not, my daughter not fed up with me. My son not fed up with me. My sister-in-law's not fed up with me. My brother's not fed up with me. My uncle's not fed up with me. My nephew's not fed up with me. My niece is not fed up with me. Talk now.
And I not fed up with fighting with you. So let me get on. Right.
Yeah, but you say you don't want no bacon in your business. A hole in your that.
I tell you
A
that.
hole in your there, no.
You have to put on the Trini. You have to put on the Trini hat when you want to get
I
involved.
go in and call me a Motley. So anything go down, I tell she leave them Trini right where you find them, yeah? Okay, good.
Yeah, tell me a Motley to stay out of the business. Let's keep the Trini she want over there. But you put on your Trini hat when you come in with business.
Let Rowley lock down the country
when you come in
again.
with business.
Let Rowley lock down the country again.
Takesha says, always a pleasure being in the village with everyone. Hope all this racism stop. And tomorrow, the general who is going to Parliament to hand over his document will take it less until next time. Thank you very much, Takesha.
Who's the gentleman going over to Parliament to hand his document?
I think tomorrow isn't Roger and I'm going to hand over some documents.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Here he's sending it to CARICOM chairman, sending it to the president, sending it to every opposition leader, sending it to everybody. No,
and all of them who was at that stink and dirty fat, all they need to go out there and get on stink and dirty.
Well, they don't have to get on stink and dirty. They could join the protests.
You know, Farai, I just buy plenty love for my family, boy. That is the only love I just buy for free. God has got it free.
but we want to thank Farai for taking the time to join us.
You know, Farai is my partner, man. You know, Farai, I like Farai too bad. With a name like Farai, I wonder if it's, I don't know, was Al-Wari, you know, I was going to put Wari, I was going to drop the F and put what it is? Al-Wari.
Oh, we could say Jah Rastafari.
But you know what 420 is code for, right?
What is that?
You know what 420 is code for?
No.
Mary Jane.
Oh, the Sensi?
Kushong Peng.
Kushong Peng. Yeah. I was going to say that. Kushong Peng. Oh, my. Hey. Farai Webster like Kushong Peng, boy. Hey, but let me ask a question before we go. Let me ask a question. When are they going to march for the fellow who get kicked in the head last week? Is last week or 2 weeks ago? Oh, forget about that. That's too long ago. That's
9 days gone.
Yeah, and
I don't know. Maybe
and they say look for it.
Had to straighten them out too.
Yeah. That gone. Forget that is.
But then he come from his stink and dirty fat. Maybe he wasn't stink and dirty enough. I don't know.
He wasn't the jam naked fat, I think.
There was a jam naked fat too.
That was the first one. The jam naked fat was the
man, it's real decadence in Trinidad and Tobago. Answer me wasting time up here, boy.
We need a jam naked and stink and dirty protest.
I want to go, man.
I want to go and
jam naked and get on stink and dirty, boy. You know.
I go and paint a bikini on my body and go and get on stink and dirty.
What, boy? What?
Yeah, boy.
Say that again. You
I'm gonna paint a bikini on me and go and get on stink and dirty.
Oh God!
Is jam naked stink and dirty?
Alright, oh God, then I'm gonna jam naked and get on stink
and dirty. I'm painting the bikini on me so they can't say I'm naked, eh? Alright.
Oh God, you walking around the red house now?
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, I know you tell me you're gonna walk.
Thanks for reminding me that, boy.
You go walk around with it.
I painted it red, white, and black.
Oh God, boy. Yes. Yes. National flag, boy. Yes. What is it? Discipline, tolerance, and production. Tolerance, discipline, and production. Together we aspire
production,
together.
endurance, and
no, you have to put production, tolerance in the front, and together we aspire in the back. You understand?
So, somebody said paint a black leather suit on and don't forget the whip.
That'll be ready. Right, ready. Is that ready? I know that ready. I didn't even see it. I know that was ready. I know that. Oh God, Diana. Carissa, you're going to get a whole lot of men protesting. That going to be a big march, boy. I think that will be the biggest march in Trinidad.
Red, white, and black flag. Yeah, I represent the black.
Diana Benskin, you're going to make Newsday, you're going to make Express, you're going to make CNC3, CNC4, CNC5, TV5, TV6, TV7, TV8.
Well, you really think I going to do that? Me? I ain't able with that. Maybe in my younger day, I don't know. But now, no.
So, this time you're telling me lie.
Nah! I ain't going to do that. Nah, not me.
Oh, you know something? I wanted to one more thing before we go. I wanted to add one more thing here. Let me see this one here. Let me see this. Master Day. Okay. What's this one? Let me see this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember that guy who died on Ryson Road. They say he didn't die by suicide. The autopsy of the Ryson Road shooter said he didn't die by suicide. Remember that guy who was running and looked like if he committed suicide? An autopsy on the body of 23-year-old shooting and kidnapping suspect Dane St. Rose has concluded he did not die by suicide, as has been speculated. So there was speculation.
I don't know if there was two different guys, because we saw one got shot down by the police, and then they showing another one in a was in a stretcher where I saw the pictures. So I don't understand if there were two different guys or one guy they're trying. I don't know which incident is which.
No, that was the guy who was running, and it looked like if he shot himself.
But no. The guy who was running and fall down didn't shoot himself. It was not. You could have seen that clearly in the video.
No, but they say it wasn't suicide.
Yeah, well, how could that be suicide when you say police shoot him?
No, but people had thought it was suicide.
Oh, they thought. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And as well as those police on suspension, the police who kicked the fella. Yeah, but next week will be some other different thing that we're going through. Next week will be something different. Closing comments, Diana Benskin.
Okay, I just want to say, decadence begin when the budget to beautify a man's home exceeds the coins spent to ensure its defense. And if you're living in a country where people measure their happiness by self-indulgence and decadence, it's like watching the whole society being pushed into an abyss of perpetual decay. My beloved people, take your bath and don't be stinking dirty, yeah? Good night.
Oh God. Take your bath, don't be stinking dirty. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, I'd like to say good night to everyone, and we need to really refocus on where we're going and what we're doing. I mean, we see X amount of money, like I said before, being spent on national security. I think we could have spent more of that into educating and channeling our children in the right direction before we start dealing what we see we're dealing with now. Because if we had done the right thing in the first place, we won't be dealing what we're dealing with now. So I would say, we need to get our act together in the country and step up our game. With that was a good night, and see you guys next time.
All right, cool. And I would just say that the measure of a society is found in how they treat their weakest and most helpless citizens. That is Jimmy Carter. And also, there are 4 Ds. First, they dismiss you. Then they discredit you. Then they demonize you. And lastly, they destroy you. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yes, indeed. Again, attitude determines the altitude. But I like to say this. Most people don't want to be part of the process. They just want to be part of the outcome. But the process is where you figure out what's worth being part of the outcome. And those words are by Carrie Lorenz. A pleasant good night to each and every one. It's been a pleasure being here in the village. Look forward to seeing you at the next session. Till then, be safe. Love you all.
And for Nadia, you wanted to know where Stormy is. I'm traveling, so I had to put him in puppy day camp, overnight camp. Right? So they're going to keep him. They have lots of little dogs, some big dogs to play with. So.
And let me just read this update before I go. This is regarding the police officers. 6 police officers have been suspended following the incident in which several of them were seen kicking a man on the ground while arresting him. The incident began in the midst of a row involving tickets for an entry at a fete. The officers are a member of the Interagency Task Force in the TTPS. The suspensions are now pending the results of 2 separate investigations, one internally by the Professional Standards Bureau and the other by the Police Complaints Authority. While these bodies conduct their respective probes, the rest of us are left to wonder about the loss of officer self-control that was captured in videos posted by onlookers. So there you have it. I think that's what's going on.
Good.
6
No, Lana, I'm traveling and there's nobody. I live with no one but me and Stormy, so I can't leave him in the house by himself. It's like a pet hotel. He's very well taken care of. He gets a bath and all that, and he has friends to run and play with, and they have pool and they have slide and stuff. He's well taken care of. He's not in boot camp.
Oh, but you know something else? I want to do this before I go. You all see this comment? No, this one. You all see this comment here? Move over this. You all see this comment here?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to start adopting this comment here. So I'm saying to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, right? We must learn to live together as brothers, or we will perish together as fools. Let me repeat that. Martin Luther King says, we must learn to live together as brothers and sisters, or we will perish together as fools.
Hey, they don't want you comparing nothing to America. What's wrong with you?
We don't want to continue down the road of divisive politics and divide and rule politics. We have to now get our leaders to stop the divisive politics. However, change starts with you, and through you changing yourself, you'll be able to change whichever leader of whichever political party you support. So folks, we must learn to live together as brothers, or we will perish together as fools.
Nadia says Tommy will enjoy himself.
Yeah. Patrick, I go get you a call, Patrick. Patrick Reed, my Jamaican good friend. Thanks for checking in with us, man.
Closing comment?
Closing comments. I go bring Patrick in the program so he could give us a Jamaican perspective. You know what I mean?
Fish stick, this ain't no man's world. You don't get on my nerve here because I will come and I will all right. Good. Yeah. Anyway.
Nadia says
I'll come and drown you.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe until we meet on Thursday. It's a pleasure being in the village. One love. Rajvi says what? What about the jockey? Take up that case, please. Which case is that, Rajvi? We'll talk about that next time. David Sampat, welcome back. Let me read this comment here. Okay, if people of Trinidad and Tobago protest, it will be because of the lockdown, because of monkeypox, face fracture, and Tobago. Okay. Who's that? Somebody make a comment.
Oh God. I got locked down because of monkeypox.
Yeah, yeah.
And you will remind me, Motley, not to take in nobody. I'm making sure I call it and telling she.
All right, let me see that. Okay, let me see. Okay. Takesha says, okay. Curry says, good night, everyone. Keep safe. Sometimes everyone will have their own opinion. It doesn't affect the way you live or your beliefs. It doesn't mean everything should be an argument or an insult. Full 100. Okay, all right. Of course, Rennie Muhammad says we all want people under the same sun. Peace and love to everyone. Takesha says crime is out of control. White, black, Indians, etc. In Trinidad and Tobago, just black people make the news. Mostly just as money can be owned by anybody, doesn't matter race. See no comments now? Okay, Lana's comments. If as a people we see race and not humans, we'll never go forward. No race, no race, no race, no discrimination. Love anyhow. Stay safe till we meet again. Tuesday, God willing. Thank you, Lana. Okay, I think that's it. All right, we're gonna go out with what's his name? We had meant to play this one a while now. What's that fella name? Protector.
Okay.
You give me that one. Yeah, Protector. We go out with that one tonight. I did almost finished. I don't know what has happened to this thing. Let me see. Go back. Hold on, Here we go. All right, folks. It was a pleasure having you all. Take care till we meet again.
I could drown a fish curry story. Go ahead.
Yeah? You could drown a fish?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this thing to finish here. I don't know, like this thing stuck, man. Like it buffering now.
Oh, who is this one here now?
I know. Hold on. Let me try. All right, here we go.
Everybody worry about Stormy in day camp. Nobody ain't worried. And glad I get a reprieve. Oh.
Stormy in day camp?
For the next 5 days.
When you're going to California, right?
Yeah.
Tuesday, right?
Why are you giving up my itinerary?
Next week, Tuesday. All right. I'll have to play one from in our playlist here because that YouTube sticking. All right. We're gonna go out with Preacher, folks.
Trinidad. I pledge, know that she needs me.
running away to the foreign countries. Lord, they doing for them what they should do for we. They telling me that I should go out there. No way, Jose, because I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. You abuse her when things was nice. Now you're crying, Lord,